Growing international pressure to agree to a ceasefire in Gaza, with several more European nations joining the call, and Defense Secretary Austin now in Israel.
France, the UK and Germany, some of Israel's closest allies, joined global calls for a ceasefire over the weekend, and Israeli protesters have demanded the government relaunch talks with the militant group on releasing more hostages, after 3 were mistakenly killed by Israeli troops while waving a white flag. Meanwhile, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is expected to press Israel to wind down major combat operations in Gaza in the latest test of whether the US can leverage its unwavering support for the offensive to blunt the devastating impact on Palestinian civilians. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Japan's largest steel maker, Nippon Steel, will pay more than $14 billion to buy United States Steel. It's an all-cash deal. And if it goes through, U.S. Steel says it will keep its name as well as its headquarters in Pittsburgh. Some tense moments last night. Wilmington, Delaware, a Secret Service vehicle guarding a presidential motorcade was hit by another vehicle at a closed intersection. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Agents, their guns drawn, quickly surrounded and arrested the motorist who tried to drive off through the closed intersection. This happened as the president and the first lady were leaving Biden campaign headquarters. The first couple was not injured. Heavy rains, high winds buffeting the Northeast for the second time in a week, sparring flood warnings as well as electricity outages, flight cancellations, and school closings. On Wall Street, stock futures higher, the Dow futures up 79 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
In a world where financial landscapes can change rapidly, safeguarding your savings and retirement accounts is paramount. Direct Bullion USA is more than just the #1 rated gold bullion dealer in America. We're your trusted partner in navigating the uncertainties of hyperinflation and political upheaval around the world. And we share your Christian worldview. Call us now at 888-787-GOLD. Precious metals like gold and silver have been a safe haven investment for hundreds of years. And investors are diversifying their portfolios every month with physical gold and silver with Direct Bullion USA. Get started when you call Direct Bullion USA at 888-787-4653 and get your free gold investing starter kit today. All it takes is one call to 888-787-GOLD. Take control of your retirement and protect your future with Direct Bullion USA. Call 888-787-4653. That's 888-787-GOLD.
India's National Investigative Agency conducting a major sweep across 4 states targeting what it describes as a highly radicalized terror group.
The locations are all said to be associated with individuals affiliated to an unnamed, highly radicalized jihadi group. It's said to have developed strategic capabilities to plan attacks and amass young recruits. And, say sources, it's actively engaged in what are described as anti-India activities. The anti-terror agency raided several places in Karnataka and Maharashtra last week. 15 people were arrested and specialist officers seized large amounts of cash, weapons, documents and digital devices, yielding what the agency says is substantial evidence.
The BBC's Electra Naismith. The German central bank says Germany's economy is likely to shrink again slightly in the current fourth quarter. Also, a survey shows business confidence in the German economy retreating unexpectedly. Townhall.com. New York's highest court giving Democrats a chance to redraw the state's congressional districts, a major victory as the party tries to recapture control of the U.S. House.
The question now, how far New York's Democrat-dominated legislature will try to push the boundaries and how far the courts will let them. The process closely watched for any sign of partisan gerrymandering, drawing lines that give one party an unfair advantage, which is forbidden by state law. Republicans are expected to challenge the results in court as they try to retain their slim House majority. Experts say it's unclear where the state's highest court will land on determining what's too partisan. Julie Walker, New York.
Oil and natural gas giant BP joining the growing list of companies halting shipments through the Red Sea. This is because of the risk of attack from Yemen's Houthi rebels backed by Iran. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Tabaluchin, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy pre-Christmas week Monday, everybody.
One more week.
That's right, from today.
Yep. It is, it's on, as they say.
Yeah, this time, 1 week from today, we'll be in front of your trees, opening your Christmas presents, and doing all the Christmas morning
all the old traditions.
Yeah.
So. This time next week, I'll be telling my kids, you get stuff all year long. I don't want to hear it.
Do you have one of the kids that likes to be the designated trash gatherer?
Not necessarily. No. I have both the kids that like to be the designated trash makerers.
Yeah. Oh, there's that. But I don't know. My mom and them were very like, all right, if the wrappers don't go in the trash bag, you don't get to open your next gift. She was hardcore
really?
With that.
See, no, our whole mindset was the living room should be a mess by the end of it. Just all the paper, all the bags, everything. And then we just all gather together and pick it up in one mass.
See, we kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
But usually mom was like, all right, we're going to stop. And then we're going to clean up, and then we'll continue.
That prolongs the process, though.
My parents had rules.
In fairness, I mean, that is the move because it makes a little look like a lot because you're taking a little extra time between it. And,
sure, it drags you out a little bit. Yeah. And we weren't allowed to wake my parents up till 6 a.m.
So you were allowed to wake up your parents?
Yes.
Oh, see, I was not allowed to do that.
Oh, see, we were allowed, but not until 6 a.m. If we came in before 6, we would be turned away with usually some choice words.
My dad would have to have his coffee and cigarette before we did anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'd wake them up, and then they'd have to get the pot of coffee going. I mean, there was a whole rigmarole. Mm-hmm. But at 6 a.m., we were allowed to say, get up, it's Christmas.
Well, that was the move for us was we would just, because I wasn't allowed to wake my mom and dad up, but I would turn on the coffee pot. I would make coffee in the morning.
Oh, sounds like I was trusted.
That way the smell of the coffee would get them up. Well, by the time I was like, 7, I knew what I was doing.
That's almost 30. I nailed it.
And that's the thing is our generation and the generation before it, I would argue, are probably the most self-sustained generation. Because I come from the generation of latchkey kids, you know? We just knew to go home and make our own noodle soup or whatever.
Yeah.
We were trusted with way too much.
Because I didn't drink coffee, I just never messed with the coffee pot. That was the one area, unless I was just going to run water through it for tea or cocoa or something like that, which my mom generally wouldn't be too happy with me either about. No, she didn't like me messing with that thing. She did have the teapot on the stove thing you could fill with water to whistle.
Oh, she was good with you messing with open flames.
Oh yeah, the stove's fine, but not her coffee pot.
That's some backwards logic right there.
Well, I wasn't the dangerous one. It was my father.
I
told you his adventures.
Were they more just worried about you breaking glass?
No, that was my father.
Because I feel like a tea kettle is far more dangerous.
Not like just those ones you poured.
Oh, I know.
Water,
but I'm saying you're dealing with
and it whistled.
Open flame and all that. That's
not like I was a youngin'. No.
But, well, yeah.
Like 7. Oh, by then, absolutely. Yeah, I was all over that.
I don't think my parents would let me mess with any of those things. But yeah, the coffee maker was fair game.
Yeah. Well, the coffee, I think I just didn't have an interest because I didn't drink coffee. And to be honest, I'm not sure if we even had a microwave by 7. I don't even know if we had one then.
We definitely had a microwave. That was A must have in our
I
family.
remember later getting, because microwave wasn't like my grandparents.
Ours was ghetto.
This is where I'm a little bit older than you, and you know, microwaves just weren't a thing when I was younger. You know, you wanted something heated up, is on the stove or in the oven.
Microwave had a dial. That's how old my microwave was.
Yeah,
that thing was ancient of days.
Well, I remember the first one they got. It was like $1,000 microwave, and it was a whole to do.
Right.
And the VCR. There was a couple milestones of technology in our life. Cable TV. I'll never forget when cable TV came to our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a big deal. Oh my gosh, that was, you would have thought in my world that would have been like Christmas and the Super Bowl, like rolled in together.
All together.
Yeah, it was just good times.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, yeah, because that's you go from having 4 channels and a designated you're going to watch this at this time to a whole world of opportunity or of things to watch, but then at the same time, nothing was ever on.
To be honest, still to this day, I don't know how I ever convinced my parents to let me have cable TV in my bedroom. But when I was a teenager, I did. Like, I had a little 13-inch TV with the old school cable box with the little spindle on it. And I got all the channels. And my parents at the time had HBO and Cinemax and the movie channel and Showtime. There was no Stars yet.
Right.
And then there was only one channel of each. There wasn't like 15 HBOs. There was HBO.
Yeah.
There was Cinemax.
Showtime.
Yeah.
That's why I always loved the free preview weekends.
Yeah.
My dad, I know I've told the story before. My dad would go up to the
get the tape.
What was it called?
Blockbuster? Or?
No, I'm trying to think of the Thrifty. The Thrifty Center, which was our grocery store in town. And he'd buy a 5-pack of the long form, like 120-minute VHS cassettes.
Mm-hmm.
And he would come home because he'd be like, oh, it's free preview weekend. And he would just hit record from start to the finish of the weekend.
Nice.
And we'd had like
a bevy of movies to watch.
And he would, I mean, it was like a hobby for him. He would like have a collection of like The Last Boy Scout, but on the same tape was like Fuzz Bucket.
Well, and that was the thing. At the time, they were showing the primo movies. They were like, "Hey,
yeah, look what we bring to the table."
This is that's the new Terminator. Yeah, you got it.
Another 48 hours.
That's right. We're doing Nick Nolte Fest here. Silverado weekend, baby.
Yep.
But yeah, I remember those very well. Loved them because I knew that's why I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be good TV this weekend because they put all the good movies out."
It was like a river runs through it, and then Troll.
Yeah,
it was a very weird set on those tapes.
Oh yeah. We had a few of those tapes too, where you had those movies, or I've told you about other things we've done on there with my brother and all that. That thanks to HBO, most of that tape existed. He made, which I can't talk to about to this day.
That really is the difference in our generation though, because once my family and we didn't like adopt technology until very late.
Right.
Like when we moved to Roswell from Rio Rancho, that's when my family got there first. And I'll tell you what it was. When my brother was born, they were like, ooh, we should get a camcorder so we can document and make sure we have memories. And what? Oh, no. Yeah, let's make sure to document Ben's existence. No, that makes a lot of sense. Sure.
Yeah, he was a cute one at the time.
That was when we got our first camcorder. And it was one of those, on the shoulder, full cassette inside.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the generation of Jackass and CKY.
Oh,
and
yeah.
As soon as I got that camera and got permission from my parents to use it, I was all over
He's
the
out
place.
in the yard, crashing into trees.
Me and my friend Eric, we were just constantly just doing horrible things to each other.
Yeah. I remember messing with that. Is our guest here?
Oh, yes.
All right. Well,
yes, we should stop palaver. Enough of this palaver.
Let me give you the rundown from today's show. We do have a full slate for you. We're going to have the folks in the Roswell Community Theater join us here in just a few minutes. You've got an encore presentation. If you missed out on their performance of Every Christmas Story Ever Told and Then Some, they're going to do one more performance, an encore performance at the Encanto Center this Thursday. So we'll talk about that with them. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, we're going to have some folks from a new church joining us. They're starting a new Methodist church, Community Methodist Church here in Roswell, and we're going to have Patty Swenson and Sandy Correa join us from there. Also joining us will be Dustin McEwen. He's the pastor of Community Methodist Church in Ruidoso, and he's helped them get the church started. So we'll talk a little bit about the new church with them. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, John and Crystal Noble with Roswell Seed will pop in for their monthly visit. Give us an update on things you should be buying at Roswell Seed right now, Christmas, and probably marriage counseling as well, too.
Oh, yeah. No, this show is how they don't pay for therapy. That's what I figured. This show is basically their couples therapy.
Am I a therapist?
Uh-huh.
I should get paid.
You really should. You should renegotiate your contract.
I don't know if I'm the one should be giving advice in that category there.
No, you're just here to listen. They hash it out. That's
true.
That's the whole thing a therapist does is they're literally just paid listeners.
Yep. I just wear the referee's uniform.
Mm-hmm. And every now and again, just break in with, hey now, okay, let them talk now.
That's right.
Simple. I could totally be a therapist.
That's right. Share your feelings with the group. All right, it is 7:15. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure over the central Rockies and over the Four Corners, and things look pretty good for a while. We'll be in the mid-50s on our afternoon high today. Should be sunny, maybe a few clouds. Overnight, some clouds drifting through with low to mid-30s on the temperature. And then we get a sunny Tuesday. Our afternoon high will be a little bit warmer. We'll hit the low 60s, low to mid-60s, and it looks good Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 34 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 76% with winds currently out of the north at 6 miles per hour. Partly cloudy today, 58 for a high. Winds will be out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy tonight. Expect an overnight low of 34 degrees. South winds 5 to 10. Partly cloudy for you Tuesday, 62 for a high tomorrow with north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 36 degrees. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, 64 for a high. Winds out of the northwest at around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday night, we are looking at a 20% chance of showers after 11 p.m. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 42. 20% chance of rain for Thursday, mainly early, partly cloudy otherwise with a high of 62. Thursday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 38. And then Friday and for the weekend, Friday, mostly sunny and a high of 62. And then Friday night, Saturday, we're looking at good chances at rain. 40% chance of rain Friday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 41. 60% chance of showers on Saturday, mostly cloudy and 61. 20% Saturday night, partly cloudy, 36. And then sunny and 58 for Christmas Eve on Sunday. All right, it is 7:17. We're going to take a 3.5-minute break, or actually a little bit longer. We got your Roswell Livestock Report with Smiley Woot, and then a quick break. And then we'll talk with the folks in the Roswell Community Little Theater on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A good December run for the last sale of the year, and a nice selection of all classes of cattle, especially high-quality native calves, light yearlings, bred cows. We expect to sell 1,600 head, breaking down like this: 200, 225 weighing cows and bulls, 175, 200 pairs bred cows, 1,200, 1,300 calves and yearlings. Today's sale will include 100 bred cows from the Woodward Ranch, Fort Stockton, Texas. Excellent quality black Angus and Brangus cross cows, second and third trimester bred to Angus bulls, good flesh, nice set of cows, 6 to 10 years old. 71 calves, Kinzer Ranch, Carrizosa, New Mexico. Excellent quality black Angus and Brangus crossbred calves, 1 round of shots, medium condition, 450, 600 pounds. 72 calves, George Wenzel, here northwest of Roswell. Excellent quality black white face Brangus and Charolais crossbreds, shots at Brandon, 500, 650 pounds. 80 calves, H-Bar Y Ranch, Carlsbad, New Mexico. Excellent quality black white face Angus and Brangus crossbred calves. Cattle wean 45, 60 days, 2 rounds of shots, 450, 625 pounds. 60 heifer yearlings, Nogales, Oregon, Nogales, New Mexico. Replacement quality Angus heifers, wean 90 days, 500, 650 pounds. 99 calves, CNR Ranches, Marfa, Texas. Excellent quality black white face, red white face English crossbred calves. Cattlemaster 5, 7 weigh, 575, 650 pounds. 52 calves, Mr. Wade Berry at Lake Arthur, New Mexico. Excellent quality black white face Angus crosses. Calves weaned, 1 round of shots, 400, 550 pounds of 25 calves, the Casabone Ranch at Hope, New Mexico. Quality black Angus cross calves. Cattle wean 45 plus days, 2 rounds of shots, 450, 550 pounds. Sale time this morning will be 9 o'clock. Sell pairs of bred cows 10. Be selling calves and yearlings about 10:45 to 11. Next sale at RLA will be Monday, January the 8th, 2024. We expect to sell 1,600 head here today. Merry Christmas. Talk to you in the morning. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
At Anderson Bethany Funeral Home and Crematorium, we honor and pay tribute to the achievements of your loved one by celebrating the life you shared together. Anderson Bethany Funeral Home and Crematorium is compassionate and cares about our local community and the families we serve here in southeastern New Mexico. Locally owned and operated, we will be here to help you decide how to celebrate the bond you've shared and pay tribute to the unique individual you've lost. Visit us at 2609 South Main in Roswell or call 622-5888.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
A quote once that said, "When you blame others, you give up your power to change." Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smitherman for The Joy of Marriage.
We all want to play the victim at times. It even feels good to feel sorry for ourselves. But that puts a lid on our life. It stunts our growth, it damages our marriages, and if you have children, it can even hurt them.
It can seem like a daunting task to take responsibility for our actions. But the Bible says in Philippians 4:13, we can do everything through Christ who gives us strength.
If you've never experienced the love of God, then you don't know your true potential and don't realize how good God is. When you're feeling like a victim, turn to God. He'll give you the strength to move beyond yourself and help you have a victorious marriage.
If you have any questions or would like further information about the Joy of Marriage Ministry, please go to jomconference.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. China has more English speakers than the United States. They have more Chinese speakers, too. Here's Mike Winters.
That's a fact. Good morning. It is 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Community Little Theater, Alethea Hartwell back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Well, you ready for Christmas? Your family-wise?
Yes.
Good. Good deal. It's the official 1-week warning.
Right.
In case no one knows, in case you just woke up and it's like, what's going on today? Officially 1 week from today's Christmas. So if you're not on the stick, this is time to get on the stick. So, however, if you are looking for a little pre-holiday entertainment, little family, maybe families in town early for the week, coming in, traveling. Well, if you're looking for something to do with them, well, Thursday night, we got an opportunity for you here. You guys are going to be doing an encore of your Christmas play here, which hopefully a lot of folks got to see and enjoy. But if you missed, then we're going to do an encore presentation this Thursday night. So
that's right.
Good deal. The play is called Every Christmas Story Ever Told and Then Some. It is a comedy.
It is a comedy.
But talk a little bit about what's kind of the storyline here.
It's so it's a parody on A Christmas Carol, essentially. We've got 3 guys who are going to perform A Christmas Carol, and then 2 of them decide they don't want to.
Okay.
Let's do something else this year because we always do A Christmas Carol.
It is kind of that story is told a lot of times this time of year.
Right. It's tradition. And that's
right.
Part of the one character is like, but it's tradition. This is what we do. So they have this little kind of fight going back and forth. And so they're telling different stories. And he makes them promise that they'll tell a Christmas story, a Christmas Carol too.
Okay.
So, but it's really funny.
It's a fun little romp, and it's
is.
even good for everyone, even the sort of Scrooge on your list that kind of like, I'm tired of all the Christmas stuff. This kind of pokes fun of that a little bit.
It is. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And the 3 characters, they play something like 48 different.
Oh, wow. So how many actors are in this?
3.
Just the 3. That's
3.
it. No.
Yep.
Wow. So and I guess they got to get a little multi-personality disorder situation going on.
Yes, it's very funny.
Good deal. So now, if you missed it the first time, or if you didn't and wanted to check it out again, we're going to do a one-time performance here. It'll be at not at the Roswell Community Little Theater. So if you go there and you wonder why no one's here, man, it's because it's not going to be there. It's at the Encanto Center, which is at 1010 South Main. The old Furs grocery store on South Main, then went to be a furniture store there and all that. But that place there. I just can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
Yeah, me neither. Next to where Sears used to be, Ashley's Furniture.
Yeah,
now.
Ashley Furniture. Thank you.
Right
I was just like, it just brain cramped on me. I didn't know. But that facility right there is the Encanto, where if you'd like about events, parties, things like that they'll be there to help you navigate through all that too. But come on out. The play starts at 7 p.m.
Right.
What time's doors and everything going to open up? Probably about 6:30 or so.
Yeah, doors will open around 6:30.
So get there 6:30. Get you a good spot to sit and all that. You can get tickets online in advance through the Roswell Communal Theater's website, which is roswelltheater.com. Spell theater like live theater, THEATRE. Or if you don't remember any of that, just Google Roswell Communal Theater and it'll pop right up there.
Right.
And then you can order your tickets that way.
You can also get them at the door.
I'll say if you do space, you can come right in, pay ticket. How much is the ticket?
$15.
$15, and you got your spot and enjoy the show here. Yeah. So if you missed it the first time, or you saw it and you're like, oh, I wanted to bring so-and-so, and they missed. Now bring them on out and come on out tonight or Thursday night for the final performance of this play. So, and then, of course, if you're interested in learning more about the communal theater and all that, come and hang out and meet some of the performers. And there's only 3 performing, but there's other people behind the scenes making things happen. There's sound, lighting, costuming, the whole business that is putting a play on. That takes all that, and they're always looking for folks to come and join that, be a part of it. So if you like being a part of it, maybe you're not an actor or singer, that's not your thing, but you love creating and getting. Maybe you're a sewer, or maybe you're you like working with your hands and building things. And guess what? We need all that kind of stuff at Communal Theater to build sets, to make costumes, to do the technical side, sound, lighting, that type, even just handling people and moving them around on play night. The actors generally do multiple costumes. This particular one, they've got about 30 different personalities here, so that comes with costume changes and everything else. So when the play's going on in the front of the house, there's a whole army of people behind there, making sure everything's getting ready for the next scene. So if you'd like to do that kind of stuff, always looking for more people to be a part of the communal theater. So. And then, of course, the traditional, if you're just a ham and like to sing, act, and perform, then exactly. Then guess what? Then there's more than enough space for you there to do that. But it's a lot of fun. But come out this Thursday, like I said. And if you want to check out the Encanto Center, it's like I said, it's a pretty new facility here. So if you want to check it out, maybe book your next party, quinceanera event, family or business event, they've got the facilities to do all that. Good deal. So what's kind of next for you guys after, I'm sure, I know you're getting ready for the next season, but do you guys take a little break, or do you dive right into 2024,
Yeah, well, our season runs basically from August to May.
Right.
So we're kind of right in the middle of our season. Our next play is Savannah Sippin' Society, and that will open, I believe it's January 12th.
Okay.
So
that's going to be right on the heels, right after. Matter of fact, you can buy tickets for that right now. Again, roswelltheater.com. Since that one's after Christmas, you can maybe put them in the stocking as a stocking stuffer. Now, you can still do the one for Thursday, but it's going to be an early Christmas present. Be like, now I got your Christmas present, but we're going to use it before Christmas this time.
Right.
But that's a great way. Or some of the other shows and things for the season. You can go and check them out.
Season tickets.
And get season tickets there. Usually each of these are paired with an immersive dinner. Is there still tickets for the immersive dinner for the January event? Or
From what I understand, I think there's 9 tickets left for
and
that.
those go quick. So
and that will be January 6th.
So that's right after the holidays.
Yes.
Here. So
yes.
What's the pairing there with the? I'm gonna guess a little bit more formal food with the tips.
Oh gosh, you asked me that, and I cannot remember what their meal plan is.
I'm gonna guess with the title, the Tea Sipping Society.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have a bourbon flight that you can purchase at the dinner.
That's a good.
So that's separate.
What goes better with tea? Bourbon.
Right. Right. Well, it's Savannah Sipping Society,
this
and
is true.
so they're
teetotalers.
But I think it's Pecos flavors. I hope that's correct.
If not,
but,
you just got. We're gonna be talking.
Right.
But,
right.
But more to come on that. But again, RoswellTheater.com. You can kind of see ahead on some of the upcoming shows and things. Get tickets. Make great Christmas gifts here, and definitely, or if maybe you know someone that wants to get involved, as far as Kids Arts Program, do they got another session that coming up, or is there sign-ups? Or
we are hoping to have another class this spring. We don't have a teacher.
Okay, so we're working on more to come on that,
but hopefully we will
obviously,
get one.
if someone wants to get involved with that, please reach out.
Yes.
We'd love to get more of that going back.
Yes,
back again.
all of our teachers are just too busy for this semester, and so it's
life happens from time to time.
It does.
And to be honest, the community little theaters volunteers. It's all volunteers. It's people that have a passion for theater. They have day jobs, or they're retired, or this isn't their priority one. They have other lives, and so it's really done out of a labor of love. So sometimes life happens, and you gotta adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
But if people are interested, please reach out. They're always looking for more folks, even to serve in the board capacity and things like that. Every time there's fresh faces, fresh ideas coming in, that's a good thing. It's when you get the same people all the time, you do get into ruts or your little kind of comfort zones a little bit. Sometimes you need a new idea or a new person to come in and kind of shake things up a little bit, or just offer a different perspective. And because I'm sure it's easy to get pigeonholed. Once you into certain plays or or you just kind of know. I just know this is what people want to see.
Right.
It's like, well, I think if we give them it, they'll give it to them. But that's the debate you guys have.
Right.
Another thing that folks don't realize is to start an organization like the Roswell Community Theater, you just can't say we're going to do it and then start doing Shakespeare in the Park all of a sudden. You can't.
Right.
There's a lot of things. It's a nonprofit, and so you're selling tickets to shows and things. But because of that, people need to get paid for their creative stuff. And so every time there's a play, someone that wrote the play, someone that you've got to pay the people that created these things, and it's quite expensive for the rights to. Obviously, the bigger the production, the more expensive the rights. And a play you haven't heard of is probably going to be a little bit cheaper than a Disney product per se.
Right. Yeah. Disney is considerably more expensive than.
But it costs a lot of money for your organizations like that to do this stuff. So please reach out. And I know we've been talking with you guys for the last couple of years about the roof and things, and there's still ongoing work there. And you guys did an awesome job of taking on the responsibility, saying, hey, when this theater closed down years ago, we want to take it over and remodel it, which is awesome, but that's not free. That doesn't, and so, every time you guys come out to a play and enjoy a play, every time you come out to an immersive dinner, every time, your kids participate in the Kids Arts Program, all of that helps keeping that facility going, but helping pay for it for the next generation.
Right.
So come out, be a part. Yeah. Except for this Thursday, we're going to be at the Econto Center, not at the at the Roswell Community Theater, but pretty much everything else is there. Like and follow the Roswell Community Little Theater on Facebook. That way you can stay up to date on every single production that's coming up. You'll see a link for tickets to this show and upcoming shows, and then upcoming productions too. Whenever there's auditions for upcoming broadcast or productions here. Because each play production has a director and a kind of a core group that puts it together, goes out to auditions, put the cast. So each one's kind of independently managed,
right,
so to speak, even though it's all under the umbrella. So the directors kind of decide, when auditions are, what they're looking for, what times. And so, but again, you want to get involved with that. It starts like they won't let you just roll in and be a director unless you're Andrew Lloyd Webber or something that walks in and they'd be like, yeah, we got you, or Spielberg or something.
Right.
But yeah,
there's a little bit of training that we put people through.
Yeah. But you kind of, get your way in, get your foot in the door, and then next thing you know, you're part of a production too. And before you know it, you're gonna be directing a play if that's what you want to do. So,
yeah.
Anyway,
it's fun.
Again, this Thursday night, the 21st, come on out for the final performance of 2023 for the Roswell Community Little Theater. Every Christmas story ever told, and then some. It's an encore performance of their play earlier in the month here. It's going to be at the Encanto Center, which is at 1010 South Main, the old Furs grocery store, for those that have been here a while on South Main, the old Ashley store, for those who are here a little less longer. And come out to the Encanto Center. What time's everything start? 7 o'clock.
7.
Doors open about 6:30. Tickets are only $15. Advanced tickets right now, roswelltheater.com. Tickets will be available at the door as well, too. But it's always nice when you get your tickets in advance. Then Alethea and her folks tend to sweat a little less when that happens. So.
Then we know people are coming.
That's right. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you didn't get a chance to miss it, and this is your chance to do it. And good news is there's plenty of room at the Encanto Center.
Yeah.
So I don't think selling out will be a problem here. And it'd be a good problem, but it would take a lot of people to sell.
Would be. 200 people from Roswell.
On a Thursday night, that would be an amazing
That'd be great.
But come see live theater. And that's the other thing, too, is I think a lot of people don't realize how good you guys are. Like when you, and this is true of any, way off, bro. All of our theater companies here, they all do amazing jobs, and they work their butts off. So when you see a play put on by the Roswell Communal Theater, that's months of dedication and hard work, and it shows in the performance. The actors bring all of their passion, the stage hands, everyone that has their role in it, they bust their butt to bring that on, and it really doesn't matter what play it is, they bang it out every time and do an amazing job. And you're just like, wow, I got to see that on a Friday night or Saturday night in Roswell. I would have never imagined that.
Yeah.
So, good deal.
Cool.
Is there anything we missed?
We've got a music event coming up in February. I think it's the 3rd of February, and that is a Johnny Cash tribute.
Oh,
so that's
a fundraiser.
Yes, that is a big fundraiser to help again with our roof.
Yeah.
We have our roof. We just need to pay it off now.
Right. So repossess it.
Right. No, they'll take it away from us. No, but
so if you come one day and like, it's awful airy in here, you know what happened.
open air theater. I guess we could bring it back. No, yeah. So that's going to be a really fun event, Johnny Cash.
And from my understanding, he lives, breathes, and eats like Johnny Cash.
Yes, apparently this guy's
like,
pretty good.
Once he's there, it's not whatever he is. He's Johnny Cash,
right?
And that's it.
Yeah. So we've done some of these music tributes in the past, and they've been fun. And so we thought, hey, let's do another one this year. So
you should pair with meal and everything else there. So. But mark it February again. Another great Christmas stocking stuffer. You can get your tickets again at roswelltheater.com. Spell theater THEATRE like live theater.
Right. We've got limited VIP tickets on that one.
Okay.
You can meet the performer, and there's like a little reception before the performance.
Okay.
So yeah.
So a little noshing, little bit of mingling. Yeah.
It's fun.
And it is a lot of fun, and all that money going back to the roof there for the community little theater.
Right.
So good deal. So get your tickets now for that. Again, roswelltheater.com. Go there. When you get a minute here, go and peruse the website. You can learn more about getting season tickets or becoming a member, or of course getting tickets to any of these shows and more that we're talking about here. You just kind of bookmark that. And matter of factly, when you do go to the Roswell Community Little Theater's website, first thing that pops up, it's a guy in a bishop's outfit, if I remember right.
Yeah.
He's basically saying, stay connected, give us your email, and anytime we have a new event or new thing that pops up, you'll get a notification saying, hey, Community Little Theater's next big thing's coming up.
Right.
You never miss out on stuff. So that's a good way to stay up to date, too, is just when when the bishop comes up to ask for your email address, give it to him. Good deal. And of course, come out, have some fun. Again, this Thursday, last encore performance, one night only, this Thursday night at the Encanto Center, which is at 1010 South Main. Every Christmas story, every told, and then some. It's a fun twist on the A Christmas Carol story, which we all know and love, and has been retold in many different ways. Well, this is another unique way that's being told, and piling in all the other Christmas kind of stories, spoofing them as well with it. So if you love the warm-hearted stuff, it's got enough laughter there for that. But if you do have that little bit of a bah humbug smart alecky person on your, that guy, they'll enjoy it too, because it kind of has been their wheelhouse too, of all the things that they probably have said to you. See, look at this. See? It's like putting a mirror up to them, probably. Yeah. Good deal.
That's great.
Excellent. Did we get it all, Lethea?
I think so.
Awesome. Well, appreciate the visit. Have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
And your family.
You
too. To a bright and prosperous 2024 for everybody. So, good deal. Thank you very much, ma'am. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you.
All right. It is 7:41. Let us pause for news. Kim Commando update. Also your Chaves County Sports Report, and a few commercials to pay for lunch. Don't go away.
Now, your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. A traffic alert in Roswell first. One block of South Garden Avenue will close today through Thursday for construction of a water line crossing. The closure is between East Wildy and East Chisholm Streets. Also in Roswell, 3 more teenagers have been arrested and jailed for a double homicide case from last year. The arrests came Friday in connection to the killings at Cahoon Park. The arrests include 15-year-old Carlos Gallegos and 15-year-old Damian Romero, both of whom were 14 at the time of the killing. They were found at a home in the 600 block of Redwood Street. After those 2 arrests, 18-year-old David Salas Silva turned himself in. Another boy, Javen Montoya, was arrested a few days after the crime in Ruidoso. 15-year-old Cameron Luna and 16-year-old Jorge Armendariz were shot and killed at the park on April 16th last year. Eddy County commissioners have approved a new list of priorities to ask state lawmakers for funding next year. Among them, the county jail's reimbursement funds. County Manager Roberta Gonzalez says jail costs have risen dramatically in the past couple of years. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Ever wonder if your phone is tapped, that someone is listening to all your calls, seeing your texts, photos, and everywhere you go? Here's your sign. Well, 5 signs. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by NetSuite. Attention business owners, get NetSuite's KPI checklist absolutely free at netsuite.com/Kim. Let's start with your phone's battery. Is your battery draining faster than usual? Is your phone hot to the touch? Say yes, and your phone could be tapped. Number 2, your data usage skyrockets, but you're not using a bunch of apps or watching videos. 3, you start seeing strange things. Maybe it's pop-up ads, or an app appears that you didn't download. You get weird text messages full of numbers or letters. Number 4, your phone starts lagging, taking slower to open apps and videos and get your email. And finally, 5, websites look different on your phone. Logos are pixelated or stretched. Now, if your phone is tapped, back up your most important data and do a complete factory reset. Enter to win a brand new iPhone right now at commando.com/win. Is your business falling behind? Are your employees buried in manual processes? Well, then you need to know 3 numbers. 37,000, 25, 1. To start, 37,000 businesses have already upgraded to NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. And this year, NetSuite is celebrating their 25th anniversary. That's 25 years of helping businesses do more with less, close books in days, and drive down costs. And finally, that #1, because your business is one of a kind. NetSuite offers customized solutions for all your KPIs in one efficient system. It's one source of truth to manage risk, get reliable forecasts, and improve margins. Everything you need, all in one place. Right now, download NetSuite's popular KPI checklist, designed to give you consistently excellent performance, absolutely free at netsuite.com/Kim. That's netsuite.com/Kim to get your own KPI checklist. netsuite.com/Kim.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure over the central Rockies and over the Four Corners, and things look pretty good for a while. We'll be in the mid-50s on our afternoon high today. Should be sunny, maybe a few clouds. Overnight, some clouds drifting through with low to mid-30s on the temperature. And then we get a sunny Tuesday. Our afternoon high will be a little bit warmer. We'll hit the low 60s, low to mid-60s, and it looks good Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. I got some boys basketball scores for you from over the weekend. After defeating Manal in the first round of the Phil Griego tournament at Cleveland High School, Roswell ran into a buzzsaw with the host Storm on Friday, losing 90-52, and then Roswell fell on Saturday in the final game of the tournament to Sandia, 70-62. No luck for Goddard at the Academy tournament, losing to Academy in the first round, and then falling 68-42 Friday to Las Cruces, and then 69-33 against Hope on Saturday. Goddard still looking for its first victory of the season. Hagerman lost at the Johnny May Classic on Friday to Loving 60-57, but bounced back to beat Lordsburg 66-23. Gateway Christian beat Alamo Navajo at Mescalero on Friday 51-43, but lost to Quemado on Saturday. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Production at U.S. factories rose in November, lifted by a rebound in motor vehicle output following the end of major strikes, but activity was weaker elsewhere as manufacturing grapples with higher borrowing costs and softening demand. The Congressional Budget Office expects inflation to nearly hit the Federal Reserve's 2% target rate in 2024, as overall growth is expected to slow and unemployment is expected to rise into 2025. General Motors is laying off 1,300 workers at 2 Michigan auto factories in early January. The largest U.S. automaker said 945 workers will be laid off at one assembly plant, which is ending production of the Chevrolet Bolt EV. Volkswagen said group deliveries rose by 22.6% in November to 824,000 vehicles, thanks to strong demand in North America and China. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Roswell Nissan's deal days are here, and that means the most wonderful deal of the year. Rates as low as 0% for 60 months for qualified buyers, 10 grand off new Armadas, 13 grand off new Titans, and top dollar for your trade. And with the largest selections of new and pre-owned inventory in the state, Roswell Nissan has what you need, priced to move. With payments as low as $175 a month on quality pre-owned vehicles and a team of experts ready to make it the most wonderful deal of the year, hurry to Roswell Nissan now before the deal is gone. Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
When life is hard, we're here to help. At Artesia General Hospital, our mental and behavioral health experts address a range of challenges including stress, anxiety, depression, panic attacks, bipolar disorder, suicidal thoughts, grief, and more. From counseling to personalized treatment plans, our compassionate care is designed to meet the unique needs of both teenagers and adults. Please visit artesiageneral.com/you matter to make an appointment at our Artesia or Carlsbad offices.
The Fergalicious boys can keep you hot this winter.
Fergalicious.
Oh yeah, it's getting cold out there, and Fergie's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep things hot in your home. They can come by and winterize your pipes and check your insulation, and you know they'll do it with nothing but love. Oh yeah, baby. Call the Fergalicious boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating at 622-2660. When you need it hot, Fergie's is on the job.
Fergalicious.
Whether you're a homeowner, a landscaper, or a contractor, we all have reasons to dig. If you're planning to dig, this is just a friendly reminder that locating underground utilities is important. It's actually the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig. New Mexico Gas Company is one of the utilities that will come out free of charge to mark our underground lines up to the meter, so you'll know what's below. We're New Mexico Gas Company, and our priority is keeping you safe. That's why we're here. Learn more at nmgco.com.
This time of year, we all become kids again, especially when we start thinking about Christmases past, how they
smelled, how they looked, and how they felt. We get a little weepy remembering those uncles and aunts and parents and grandparents who made Christmas time so special and gave us the traditions we passed down to our own kids. This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Shirley and I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And remember, that mess in the living room on Christmas morning is the most glorious mess in the world. Don't be too quick to clean it up.
If you're looking for the best deal on your next vehicle, look no further. The Roswell Hyundai Used Car Supercenter has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from with nearly every make and model. You're sure to find a vehicle that fits your needs and budget. Whether you're in the market for a large truck, a super high-end luxury vehicle, or an affordable car for first-time buyers, the Roswell Hyundai Used Car Supercenter has something for everyone. Come experience the excitement of finding your dream car at Roswell Hyundai, the fun place to buy a car, at 1909 West 2nd in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 47.2% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Is this true? I'd say chances are about 50%. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:50. Got a few minutes here before we get you into the next hour of the show. Stay tuned next hour here about 8:15 or so. We're going to be joined by Patty Swenson and Sandy Correa. They are part of a new church that is forming here in Roswell, Community Methodist Church of Roswell. Also joining them will be Dustin McEwen. He's the pastor of Community Methodist Church in Ruidoso, their sister church, who's helping get the new church going. So they're going to join us next hour and invite you out. I believe, I was looking online, I believe they meet at Communal Theater, 1717 South Union. I was like, that sounds familiar. It's the address for the Communal Theater.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll talk about that with them next hour here.
Very good.
Yeah. So we're 1 week out.
Yep.
How close to ready are you?
Oh, God, not at all.
Okay.
It's one of those situations where it's like, okay, well, I think I'll get my check before the actual day itself, and I can make a mad dash to Walmart and get a few things.
Yeah.
But most of the stuff that I'm getting for the rest of everyone else is going to come after the holidays.
Okay.
Thanks to shipping dates and whatnot.
Yeah.
I tell myself every year, I'm like, okay, just set a little bit aside every month for Christmas. Put a little bit, and I never, ever do. Because, life and all that fun stuff. But
Well, I think I got it. Thanks to my wife, we're covered, because like the kids.
That's the thing, though. You get to just waltz on in. You don't have to really throw a lot of effort into it because you're, betrothed.
Well, yes and no. I mean, yeah, I got to think of stuff and do, but help. My wife makes sure
No,
I
you know what you have to
execute
do? Your whole job is, hey, put a finger here so I can tie this bow. I know. I was a husband once. I used to just glide on into it.
Well, I think we got it figured out. Because the boys, all they care about is video games. That's all they care about. I'm not even going to try to attempt to figure out what's the cool video game or anything, because I know that's, so I'm not even going to try to think. I'm just going to say, here is the gift card, whatever game that really annoys my brother, get that.
And that's sort of what I'm going to do for my older, nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Because all of my nieces and nephews now are older teenagers to young adults.
Yeah.
And so.
And then since a lot of my brothers and all them live out of town, they love pistachios and things. So I could just go to the pistachio ranch, order this big gift baskets of nuts, and they're good to go. So because they love the pistachios and everything.
Oh yeah.
And since it's kind of a thing here, and I'm the only one that lives here, the rest of them live back east, and you will get what I give you from.
And I love that that's still a thing.
Yeah.
Because we live in the age of the internet. You just log on. You could have them shipped to you right here, right then, right there.
Yeah, but you don't think about it
Right.
unless you.
That's what I'm saying. You hold the power of the regionality.
Yes, exactly. Because they don't think about it. But if it comes from me,
I fear for future generations. What's going to guilt our relatives into visiting us in future generations when everybody knows they can just jump online and order stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're never going to visit anybody ever again.
Now that I can get Utz chips here, I don't need to go back there. Which, by the way, we went to Walmart, which I try to avoid in most cases. But we had to go to pick up some meds anyway. So we went there and we stocked up on the Oots.
Did you?
Yeah, we did. I picked up a thing of plain Utz and some sour cream and onion.
Plain, really?
Because I wanted the sour cream and onion dip.
Gotcha.
French onion. I'm sorry, not sour cream and onion. French onion dip. So I got that, which I'm almost I've almost ate through, to be honest. I had a thing yesterday.
I had a thing. It was called a day off.
Yeah, I was. Well, and like my wife with chips and salsa, you could literally, if she's not paying attention, will eat the whole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can be like that with French onion dip and plain chips.
Understood. That's how. Actually, it was funny too because yesterday we had the same conversation because Rhiannon wanted a snack.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, half a bag of chips. I'm like, you can have the bag of chips, just don't eat the whole bag. She goes, can't you just give me some? I'm like, you don't have any willpower to just stop. She goes, no. I said, okay, fair enough.
Well,
Yep.
Knowing is the first step.
You know what? I'll give her the fact that she had preemptive self-awareness.
That's maturing right there. That's maturing.
Just give me a portion. I can't be trusted.
That's right. That's a good sign. That's Dad doing the job. They're putting it in there. But anyway, so I procured the regular ones.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get 2 bags of the honey barbecue because that's my wife.
They don't have the regular barbecue there, do they?
They don't.
I've
it's just
looked.
Honey barbecue.
It's a bummer.
Which
because you really talked up the big barbecue.
Well, I do love them, but they don't have them here.
Yeah.
A thing of the sour cream and onion.
Mm-hmm. See, that's the one I want to try next.
And I did not get the Mike's Sweet and Hot because I've already had some, and they're fine.
Fine.
They're fine.
Really?
They're good. They're good.
Do they have a honey flavor to them?
The sweet, yeah, they're sweet. They're sweet at first.
Okay.
And no, if you haven't had them yet, have them. They're excellent. I have too many legacy flavors that I'm not ready to get there yet.
There's just the flavors hanging in the rafters, the bags all wrinkled.
I got to have some me time with the others flavors.
Okay, fair enough.
Before I full on commit.
Mike walks in the living room. Hello.
People don't understand. This is a passion
Grabs
for me.
Chips. Is it me?
That's chips are religion to me, man. I love them things. But so we are good in the winner's household.
Just don't do the thing you do, which is collect a bunch of them and then get completely burned out.
Yeah, I do.
Because I know this is different. This is a little different. Like you said, a legacy flavor.
Yeah, and to be honest, this is something I had growing up, and I haven't had on the regular in a long time.
I get it 100%.
Yeah.
And I posted a picture on Facebook recently. I had a peach knee-high.
Yeah.
Knee-high was like my jam back in the day. The peach-flavored knee-high soda. And I had one because I had one here at UFO Fizz. And that was my childhood in a bottle.
Yeah.
Straight up. As soon as I tasted it, I'm like, that's exactly what I remember.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel about the Utz.
Mm-hmm.
The Utz chips. They're my... and I probably wouldn't care had I grown up in the D.C. area my whole life and always had them. But absence makes the heart grow fonder. And then when I come out here and I'm like, what do you mean all I got's these Lay's chips? You know?
See, I always thought that was absinthe. I've been doing it way wrong. I think I might have a problem, Mike. I'm trying to make my heart grow fonder, and now I just have a drinking problem.
Yeah, there's that too. I mean, it's a fine line.
And seeing some crazy stuff on the walls, man.
But the fact that and to be honest, I saw it was an upgrade since I last, because when I was in there before, I just saw it on an end cap.
Mm-hmm.
Now they had the pallet in the middle.
In the middle.
With the boxes.
You haven't seen that? Yeah, it's right
well, I
there
did this time, but last time I actually saw it in an end cap, like in like the frozen food section is where I saw it.
Gotcha.
And I was like, and that's what got me, because I'm walking and all of a sudden like, back up, look, those are Utz chip. Wait a minute, that barbecue? That's honey barbecue, sour cream. I was like, whoa, am I in Maryland? What is going on here?
Yeah, I'm heading to Sour Cream and Onion Town next, I think.
It's a 10. You'll love it. It's the best sour cream and onion of the sour cream and onions. It's just no dip needed, no nothing.
I want to do a side-by-side. Like I really do want to get a bag of Lay's and a bag of Utz and
that's not even a contest.
I just want to see.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to see how it is side by side.
Well, first off, you're going to pull out the Lay's chip and you can see right through it.
Right.
It's wafer thin, and Utz are not like that.
No. And there might actually be some appeal to the thinness of the chip, though.
I don't mind it sometimes, but sometimes you want potato, and to me the Utz, because they go heavy with the dust.
Heavy with. See, that needs to be on a shirt. Utz. Heavy with the dust.
That's why, and even the honey barbecue, they're not as orange as the barbecue, but they're pretty orange. So
I still have, you know what, and this is going to blow your mind. I still have half a bag of the honey barbecue that I got like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, see, that wouldn't be living in my house. I would have procured, and now, I also grabbed some of their chicken salad. So I'm just, and that's why I'm almost out of the regular Utz. I keep crowbarring them in the sandwiches.
Understood. These chips have use.
They do. I spread the love with the Utz, but yeah, they are. I'm still happy and I procured more of them this weekend, and quite frankly, I might have to get more to get to Ruidoso so I can survive my weekend with family.
There's a good chance if they're here, they made their way up the hill.
They could have.
Check out the Walmart up in Ruidoso and see if you might get lucky. You might even find flavors you don't find here.
That would be great. Break in. Be pretty good. All
I'm
right.
a completionist, my friend.
It is 8 o'clock. I'm going to salivate over Utz chips. We're going to present you the news.
You never bring any.
They don't make it. You listen to 106.5 Russell's Talking
this hour
about
from
KEND Roswell.
townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Parts of the east getting hammered by fierce weather to start off the week.
The powerful coastal storm continues to bring heavy rain from eastern New York into southern Canada and gusty winds from the mid-Atlantic through New England, with snow forecast from the Great Lakes to western Pennsylvania into interior New York. Tens of thousands are without power in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. According to PowerOutage.us, over the weekend, states further down the coast had power outages. Motorists stranded by floodwaters in South Carolina's Georgetown community had to be rescued, according to authorities. More than 9 inches of rain fell between Charleston and Myrtle Beach. In Florida, several outdoor celebrations had to be canceled. I'm Julie Walker.
The presidential motorcade was just leaving Biden campaign headquarters in Wilmington, Delaware last night when a sedan slammed into a Secret Service vehicle that was guarding an intersection along the motorcade route, then tried to drive through that closed intersection. Secret Service agents quickly surrounded the offending vehicle, arresting the driver. Neither the president nor the first lady was hurt. Tensions running high again on the Korean peninsula. South Korea says the North Koreans have fired another intercontinental ballistic missile into the sea.
As North Korea continues to refine and add to its arsenal of nuclear weapons, South Korea and the United States are stepping up their defense of the region. This launch marks the latest spat in the ongoing tensions between the two sides. On Friday, US and South Korean officials met in Washington to update their contingency plans for how to respond to a North Korean nuclear attack.
The BBC's Gene McKenzie reporting from Seoul. Watching Wall Street, stocks are higher. The Dow is up 31 points. The Nasdaq ahead 47 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Donald Trump's indictment proves. Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares publicly.
You have Gulant inside the tunnel alongside soldiers. The entryway to the 2.5-mile tunnel is just walking distance from the Erez crossing and an Israeli military base. Hamas militants launched into Erez during their October 7 assault, which ignited the latest war. Israel's been seeking to destroy Hamas's network of tunnels underneath Gaza during its ground offensive to ensure it's no longer a threat. The discovery of the tunnel raises more questions about how Israeli surveillance could have missed such conspicuous preparations by Hamas for the deadly incursion. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
News and analysis at townhall.com. A Confederate memorial will be removed from Arlington National Cemetery in Northern Virginia. in the coming days.
This statue was unveiled in 1914. It's a bronze woman high up on a pedestal with a plow stock and pruning hook, along with the figure of a black woman depicted as Mammy holding a child and a slave following his owner into battle. It was one of many symbols of the Confederacy recommended for removal, but some 40 House Republicans have written to Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin objecting to the plan to move it to a national park in Virginia. They say it represents national unity. Safety fencing's already surrounding the memorial. Officials at Arlington National Cemetery say the work should be done by the end of the week. I'm Jackie Quinn.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is in Israel now, consulting with the Israelis amid the ongoing war with Hamas. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The deuce
of Mornings with Mike Winters. All right, here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Christmas Eve Monday week.
I did the math. So we're 7 days away, right?
Yeah.
So it is 7 Swans of Swimming Day.
Okay.
There you go.
Happy
I had to
Swans
figure it out on Saturday because it was 9 ladies dancing. So it was the ladies dancing day.
Ah.
So I'm not sure exactly. And here's the thing. So
I can't remember the order.
Okay, so it's 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah. So now I understand the birds thing, that's been explored. Fine. Mm-hmm. I feel so bad for the maids a milking. Like everybody else, they're in show business. They're used to working around the holidays. You know, it's just part and parcel of what you do when you're a drummer that's a drumming or a lord that's a leaping.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're used to it. But those poor maids of milking, they're just sitting out on a stool yanking on a cow. They should be home with their families at Christmas. It's freezing outside.
It's true. But
awful.
I guess we need all that milk for
yeah, and what
festivities.
They're producing is raw milk. That's not even legal.
It is now.
Is it?
I know. I just saw a thing in Albuquerque. They're gonna sell raw milk in stores now.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Now that's the thing. Raw milk.
I'll be darned.
It's the new artisan-y thing out in the sticks.
Oh, have you ever?
Have I ever? I don't think I have.
It is truly a delight.
I imagine I try it.
Yeah. It is.
I grew up in the city. What do you want to tell me?
Fair enough. Now that I think about it, I grew up in a town, but my aunt's husband at the time had a ranch.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever had a cow, but somehow they always had raw milk.
Yeah, that's the thing now. You can buy it in stores and everything now, and certain.
They had horses. What did they drink? Oh my God!
What?
No, they had raw milk, but they didn't have a cow. I'm just coming to this real. I mean, maybe they bought it from somewhere else, but they always had raw milk when I would go and visit Earl and Aunt
maybe
May.
they had a neighbor that provided them with the raw milk.
Dear God, I hope so.
I squoze it myself.
Because otherwise, I'm wondering what I drank.
It's a bit tangy. I squoze it myself.
Cereal was always an experience of the Valk household.
Well, it's not like you don't like the difference is it's because it's not pasteurized or anything. It doesn't have the shelf life of of regular.
It
milk,
also
right?
could potentially have bacteria, other pathogens that haven't been worked
Filtered.
out through pasteurization.
Well, and I think they filter it, but not pasteurize it.
It's not necessarily dangerous unless you are immunocompromised.
I got you.
If you're like a person who is sick, it can be bad because it can produce bad bacteria.
Okay.
If you're an infant, it's not recommended for kids, I think, under the age of like 3. But
Okay.
beyond that, I'm pretty sure it's safe and healthy.
Okay.
But yeah, just not as much of a shelf life.
But is it like make your ingredient, like say you use it to make cakes and things?
It's actually, it's better for that. It's better
Okay.
for baking and for using in
cooking. Okay. I'm just curious. I was kind of, because again, I don't deal with, I grew up in the city. I'm like, where'd you get your milk? The store. I'm
It's
that guy.
basically if you've ever drank like butter, essentially, is kind of what it's more like. It's more,
Okay.
it's a lot more thick.
And to be honest, I've never drank buttermilk. Like I've had buttermilk pancakes and everything.
I did drink buttermilk as a kid, and it is the worst.
Well,
it is
a lot
the
of
worst
people,
thing on the planet.
but there's a sect of people that swear by it. So I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. If you ever want to like recreate what buttermilk is, you just take a regular glass of like whole milk and add lemon juice. That's what buttermilk is.
Does it have a lemon taste?
No, it's just the lemon, the citric acid in the lemon congeals or what do you call it? It basically like turns the milk
Makes it
into
lumpy?
Yeah, it makes it lumpy essentially. Or
Yummy.
makes it thicker. It thickens it, and it eschews into it that kind of like tang flavor.
I do love cottage cheese.
It is something. My grandma swore by it though. She's like, you got to drink a glass of buttermilk every morning. Swore by it.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Some people are.
Granted, she died in her 50s. Make of that what you will.
Buttermilk.
No, it was not. It was a fire actually.
It's the copious amounts of alcohol. That would be my family. But let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. See, people say that, and be like, to be honest, I don't have a track record here. My family doesn't see past 50s because most of them are alcoholics. So.
Fair enough. Hey, check out when you check
People
out.
like, how about, I don't know, they don't get that far. But anyway.
What is your 60s like? I don't know.
Never seen them. We'll get you up to date with the weather here in just a few minutes. Then here shortly thereafter, we're going to be joined here in studio by Patty Swinson and Sandy Correa. They're starting or have started a new church here in Roswell, Community Methodist Church of Roswell. So they're two of our founding members, and will be joining us to talk about it. With them will be Pastor Dustin McEwen. He's the pastor at Community Methodist Church in Ruidoso, their sister church, and I think helping them get the new church started here.
Nice.
So we'll interview them here in just a few minutes, learn all about the church, and invite you to come out to services this weekend.
Very good.
Later on in the hour, we'll get you up to date with news of the local variety, along with your Wall Street business update. And sorry, Cowboys, we'll try to work that Cowboys report in. By the way, while y'all guys are going to the playoffs, not that we needed notification, but Washington was officially eliminated yesterday with their butt whipping that they received from the Rams.
Well, this is a building season, so we're learning from it.
The more they're building, the worse they get.
That's
I don't
true.
know how
That is true.
that happens, but they're doing it.
You're gonna have to unbuild and then rebuild on a better
The
foundation.
teams, I think, quit on the leadership. The leadership is they're just going through the motions at this point until they clear house at the end of the season. So that's the reality of it, is what it is. But
it's kind of neat, though, isn't it? I mean, you get a whole new team every year.
Yeah.
Like, you get like a whole, in some cases, you get a name change. You get like a complete change in ownership. You get a complete change in the entire front line. I mean, every year it's like having a team with Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
It's like every year it's a new team.
That's right. 10-second Toms. That's what we're going to be called.
You have the 10-second Tom of football teams. And that's an experience,
That's
really.
right. We are the 10-second Tom of the NFL, the Washington 10-second Toms. You got to watch 50 First Dates to understand that reference. But there was a guy that every 10 seconds he'd introduce himself because he forgets. So, hi, I'm Tom. Anyway,
His brain resets.
10-second Tom. Anyway, I'd actually root for that as a mascot and everything.
What I love about that movie is every single condition in that movie, they wouldn't allow it to be portrayed unless it was a legit condition. Yeah. So there is a guy out there who every 10 seconds resets.
Yeah.
That's just fun to think about.
I think it'd just be funny because, just like the fight song is just that same one line over and over again. Hail to the Toms. Hail to the Toms.
That would be rough, though. You'd run the same play every time.
It's exactly. The mascot just walks in circles. All right, it is 14 minutes after 8. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure over the central Rockies and over the Four Corners, and things look pretty good for a while. We'll be in the mid-50s on our afternoon high today. Should be sunny, maybe a few clouds. Overnight, some clouds drifting through with low to mid-30s on the temperature. And then we get a sunny Tuesday. Our afternoon high will be a little bit warmer. We'll hit the low 60s, low to mid-60s, and it looks good Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 36 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 73%. Winds currently out of the north at 7 miles per hour. Not bad for a good hunk of this week. We do have some rain chances later in the week, but for today, just partly cloudy skies, upper 50s, 58 for a high today with winds out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Expect an overnight low of 34 degrees with south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly cloudy, a high of 62 tomorrow. Winds will be out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour tomorrow night. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 36 degrees. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, high of 64. Winds out of the northwest at around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday night, they've tacked on a 20% chance of rain showers. Mostly cloudy, 42 for an overnight low there. 20% chance of rain early for Thursday, otherwise partly cloudy for the day, and a high of 62. Friday night, cloudy, partly cloudy, overnight low of 36. Friday, mostly sunny and 62. And then Friday night, Saturday, we're looking at decent rain chances, a 40% chance of rain for Friday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 41 for Saturday. We're looking at a 60% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, and 61. 20% on Saturday night, with an overnight low of 36, and then Christmas Eve, mostly sunny and 58. So that's what they're saying for the moment here. All right, it is 8:16. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and then we'll talk with the folks from from Community Methodist Church, our new church here in Roswell. Don't go away.
Attention Roswell, Carlsbad, Artesia, and surrounding areas. This Christmas, Roswell Tire and Appliance has what you're looking for. With a great selection of refrigerators, freezers, ranges, washers, and dryers. And they can repair your appliances as well. With many models in stock and on sale. You can own it today. RTA services after the sale with repair warranty and delivery to Roswell and surrounding areas. Save big on a selection of scratch and dent appliances too. Plus a great selection of tires and a team of people to help you. People who speak Spanish and will listen to what you need. Merry Christmas from all of us at Roswell Tire and Appliance, 101 South Main in downtown Roswell.
The holidays are here, and the Honey Depot is on Santa Watch. The Honey Depot is the little store with so much more. You'll find sleighfuls of amazing one-of-a-kind gift items for everyone, even the humbugs on your list. It's a veritable winter wonderland of decor and gifts. Everything from candles to soaps, books, Bible study journals, home decor, children's toys, stocking stuffers, local honey, seasonings, candies, and more. Open Monday through Friday, 11 to 5:30, Saturdays 10 to 6, and Sundays 1 to 6 at 104 West Hermosa Drive in Artesia. Before Santa slides down your chimney, slide on in. Merry Christmas from the Honey Depot.
'Tis the season of savings at Big O Tires. Unwrap peace of mind this holiday season with trusted tires and auto service from your locally owned and operated Roswell Big O Tires. Now through January 7th, save up to $140 on select sets after mail-in rebate. All with multiple financing options available for any budget and any situation. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
When you can't be home, make your space feel more like home with Candlewood Suites, Roswell, New Mexico, featuring extended stay rooms, complete with kitchenettes in a quiet area, plus plenty of great amenities, including free hot coffee 24/7, and the Candlewood Cupboard 24-hour convenience store, plus the Candlewood Gym and free laundry facilities. Cool off in the outdoor pool, complete with hot tub, and enjoy the outdoor gazebo and grills. And the Candlewood Lending Locker for stuff you couldn't pack, like crock pots, board games, and more. Call 575-623-4300 to find out more. Candlewood Suites, where everyone here is sweet on you. Your home away from home.
Here's Chip Davis, founder of Mannheim Steamroller, with today's Christmas Countdown.
Each Christmas, there are certain traditions that we just do. We never question why, we just do them. Mistletoe and holly are two of these. Both are holdovers from ancient pagan winter celebrations. In England, mistletoe was linked to a druid goddess named Frigga, a goddess of love. Meanwhile, the ancient Romans celebrated for 7 days in December, honoring Saturn, their god of agriculture. Holly was the main decoration, along with candles, and even a gift exchange. But remember, no matter what the origins, Christmas is what you make it to be. And it's only 6 days away. And I'm Chip Davis of Mannheim Steamroller.
More than 500,000 subscribe to The Current. Get Tech Smart every day. It's free at getkim.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Did you know you share your birthday with at least 9 million other people in the world? Your birthday isn't feeling so special now, is it? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, of course, we have Pastor Dustin McEwen. He's with the pastor with Community Methodist Church in Ruidoso here.
Yes,
and
sir.
then, of course, we also have Patty Swinson, who's hiding in the corner here, and Sandy Correa as well. Good morning, guys. How are y'all doing?
Good morning. Doing well.
Excellent. Now, you guys are actually with the new church here,
Yes.
the Methodist Church here, Community Methodist Church in Roswell.
That's correct.
Which just started, I guess, officially a couple weeks ago, right?
1st of December. It was our 3rd of December was our first service.
Yeah, so still got the new church smell on it.
Yes.
Yes, without a doubt.
Very much so.
Good deal. Well, I guess first because in essence, we're a sister church of the Ruidoso Community Methodist Church here, right, Pastor?
Yes, sir. They are. They came to me probably about 6 months ago and were talking about starting something new. I have church planning in my past, and I just said some of my favorite words and least favorite words, which is, how can I help? And this is kind of what it's turned into right now, is they felt like God calling them to start something new and fresh here. And so they kind of watch me right now, and our goal is to get more indigenous worship and get them to where they can get their own pastor within a year or so, and so that they can just be a full functioning church down.
Good deal. So kind of at this moment, we're kind of a branch of the Ruidoso Community Methodist Church here.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of under that umbrella. So you're kind of the lead officiator pastor for the church right now while we kind of grow and get our own feet going here a little bit. But
yeah, so like in church planning world, they have satellite campuses, and so I kind of view Sandy as our campus pastor, and so she takes care of a lot of the needs down here. And Patty does a lot of on-the-ground work, even though she won't admit it. She's a great worker bee and just an amazing woman.
Well, that's people like Patty are the kind of people we need in every church group, just any type, because they're the ones that and I know I'm sitting right here looking at me, but they're the ones that don't want any credit or any of the
exactly.
They're just like, what do you got to do to get it done? Fine. I don't need to make a production out of it. Let's just do it.
She has been my right hand. This woman has been my right hand, and because I have a full-time job.
Sure.
So, and she'll brainstorm, and we'll start texting back. We have another person, Debbie Cooper, who's our core group.
Good deal.
And we bounce ideas off, and so far it's been a good start.
Really good.
Yeah.
So because you start December 3rd, so we're what, about 3 services in, I'm thinking at this point here?
Yeah.
You guys meet, I guess it would be the Roswell Community Theater facility.
Yes.
1717 South Union, but most people would know it as the Community Little Theater.
Yes.
If you've been here a long time, then it was formerly the old Park Twin Theater back in the day. But one of the last movies I saw in there was Gods and Generals. If you remember that movie, it was not a hit. You remember the movie Gettysburg that was kind of a hit for a minute? Well, they did a prequel. There's actually books, a prequel and a sequel book to those, written by the Sun.
Okay.
And they actually Ted Turner made the prequel movie, Gods and Generals. It's another 4-hour movie. I think 10 people saw it in the theater. I was one of the 10.
Okay.
And I saw it at the Park Twin back when it was one of the last few movies that had an intermission. But anyway, but it's a beautiful facility.
It is.
Great facility. Probably holds about 200 folks in that room there.
Yeah.
So plenty of room.
Yeah, but right now we're just in their lobby area.
Oh, okay. So you're not getting into the theater.
So we're not getting into the theater. Our hope is to do that, but actually we want to get out and have our own building.
Very nice. They've done that's where they've done most of their renovation work is in the lobby there, so it's pretty nice.
Got their ceiling taken out because they're putting in they're going to be putting in new lighting and stuff. And I said, well, here's an opportunity for us to help you if you help us.
Absolutely.
And so it's worked out really well. They have been very gracious and just let us do what we need to do.
But I'm guessing the ultimate goal is to have your own facility at some point and your own church home to call and so you can have or bean suppers and all the fun parts that the social side that comes with church, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the one thing that we've gotten back with COVID and all that other stuff. I hate blaming everything on COVID, but now we're back and we're getting a communal piece back that we haven't had.
It's like regular church again.
Yes. It is. Even though we have him satellited in, but it has been, and it's been great.
So it kind of works right now is, of course, the services there at the Community Theater Sunday mornings. You're kind of leading the congregation there at the church while the pastor's kind of satellite in doing the sermon and kind of bringing you the Ruidoso service.
Yes.
So obviously it's a long little travel every day to go.
Yeah.
Ruidoso to here.
And we start out with the fellowship at 10:30.
Okay.
So that kind of a meet and greet and just see what everybody's doing and what's on their hearts.
Hopefully it's getting a little bit bigger each and every Sunday as we're starting our 4th Sunday of services.
And we're hoping that we'll have a good turnout for Christmas Eve. We're doing both services, 11 a.m. and candlelight at 5:30.
Okay.
And I'm just hoping they don't burn the theater down.
Oh,
That would be
no.
really bad for us.
I'm sure the Roswell Community Theater folks
No.
will
Oh, yeah, no.
Just
Fake
kidding.
candles, no.
Yeah.
So we're doing, but they have been, so we're hoping for a good turnout for that.
Good
and
deal.
We're getting word of mouth out. And
come celebrate Christmas.
Yes.
And come meet
we want people to come and find their hearts with Christ.
Absolutely. And come, and obviously, and I was talking last week, I always look at this, this is, and in my head, technically the second most important season for Christianity here. Easter is obvious. When it comes to the world of Christianity, we're all Christians because of Easter. At the end
Without
of the
a
day,
doubt. Yeah.
But we can't have Easter without the birth of Jesus in Christmas. So
that's right.
I always technically qualify this as the second most important Christian holiday here. And so, but it is really it's the birth of Christianity, and the way you look at it is yes, we all think of Christmas and the trees and the food and the gatherings, and that's very much a part of the Christmas tradition. But without Jesus, there's no reason to celebrate this, and so it's important to gather and remind folks, and to when everyone's stressed out about getting the perfect gift for everybody, we need to have these gatherings, these events to say, no, it ain't about. It doesn't matter what it is. This is about fellowship and celebrating God and celebrating the blessings we do have, and show a little appreciation for that sometimes, and imparting and using this as a reminder to help those that aren't as blessed as we are sometimes, and sometimes you find out through a Christmas Eve service when the family comes in sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's important.
Yeah, I think without a doubt. I mean, if the Word didn't become flesh and dwell among us, there would have been no way for the crucifixion to happen. And I know I've got a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old, and my 13-year-old just did the Nutcracker up in the Spencer Theater up there, and it's easy to get distracted this time of the year with all the things we have to do to get ready for the season. And I think that's, whether it's Community Methodist or any other church in town, just to refocus and recenter. And it's not that, we have hope because we're just hope-filled people. It's we have hope because Christ came in and did something in our lives and gave us that hope and that joy.
Absolutely.
And, that's what we hope to share this Christmas is just no matter how busy, how crazy people are, there is an alternative way out there.
Sure.
And Christ offers that.
And that's what I kind of love about what you guys are doing here with Community Church in Roswell, here with Community Methodist. because it's got the best of both worlds. Where obviously you do have the support of the Ruidoso Church that's there, and it gives you all the, I guess, legitimacies that people look for when they're looking for a church home. But at the same time, this is kind of evolving a little bit. You're here in the ground floor of the church, so what direction it goes in is kind of up to the people in the room.
Right. That's right.
So you get to be a part of that here. And so coming out to these this first month of services here, come out to our Christmas Eve services, you're really getting in on the ground floor of what could be a beautiful, awesome opportunity here. So come out, bring your family, your friends. You know, if you're looking for a new church home, or maybe you're new to the area and you're just kind of getting established and things,
right?
We're just inviting people to come and celebrate God with us. That's at the end of the day what we're doing. And in this one, I think you gotta, if you want to get a little say on the kind of the direction this church goes in, this is the opportunity to, what passions that the church adopts.
And that's the thing. We want to be able to be on an outreach part and serve God the way that we need to, and by reaching out to people who don't have a home. And that's so important, because we've been kind of it's been difficult.
Sure.
But now that we have a physical place,
as experiencing homelessness yourself, you can understand
exactly. And it's just like, wow, this is coming home, and it's just so nice to be filled with that communal peace that's in person.
Well, church is not a building.
No,
church is the
no,
people.
It is not a building.
It doesn't matter whether you're in the communal theater or the National Cathedral, or quite frankly, a porta potty in the alley. It doesn't really matter. It's all God's house.
That's right.
And that's what we want to remind folks. You don't have to be physically in a church to celebrate God. No. If you're alive and you're breathing, then you can celebrate God here. And even if you're close to not alive and breathing, you can still celebrate God.
Amen. All the time.
All the time. Yeah.
That's what we want to remind folks. And I think that's what I love about this is you really, this is about the mission, God, and celebrating and following God. That's what this is. The devil's in the details. Sometimes we'll get to the details. The details, it doesn't matter. If you've got the heart, then the rest we'll figure out what the building is going to look like, or where the building's going to be, or what we do in the building. That stuff is secondary. It's about the people and the mission.
Yeah, and I like to keep things simple. And so, I mean, I think kind of the direction we're heading for is, first and foremost, we want to love God, right? I mean, that's the most important thing I think we can do. And secondly, love each other. I think that's a big part of the church is sometimes we get focused on our differences that separate us. And I think within the church, whatever church it is or whatever branch of Christianity you're part of, we love each other. And I think, that's what Sandy's hoping to accomplish here. And then how do we love the world as well? Yeah. And because, I just listened to y'all on the way down here and heard that a couple of teenagers were arrested this weekend that are 15 and involved with a murder case. And
unfortunately, that's pretty commonplace on our news. You could go every given day, hear the same thing.
And people just need to know that, there is hope and there is life and there is joy out there. And that's what I hope we can do by loving the world and loving Roswell down here.
Well, and another thing too is because, like you said, you don't have the established building with we've got our 8,000 parishioner, whatever stats they want to throw out there. It's like, no, we're just people of God, and if you need to get closer to God, that's what we're doing too. Come on.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think the other thing is I think people are kind of shocked that 50+% in Roswell alone don't have a church.
And that's kind of surprising.
It is.
Pound for pound, we got probably more churches
everywhere. I know. But, every other corner almost.
Sure, we're kind of in the heart of the Bible Belt.
Exactly.
Still,
And so I think where we're located right now is the perfect spot, and we just want people to come and just feel the love of God and Christ in your heart, so that that it's going to be okay in the end.
Absolutely.
It's
well, this is how the Lord works.
Yeah.
You hear the Lord works in mysterious ways.
He does.
Well, he ain't hanging out in places that they've already, you know what I mean? Like God's in church and God's everywhere, but you got to go where the people are, and this is what Jesus did. When we read the stories in the Bible, he wasn't hanging out in the nice places of town. He was going to where the sinners were to help and things like that. And church has to do that sometimes.
Yes.
Yes. That's what has to happen. You go where the people are, not where it's convenient for the church to be.
Right.
Exactly.
That's right. And so, but yeah, when he touches your heart, you evolve. And
well, that's the blessings in work, because ideally what you hope is if someone comes in, say Christmas Eve, and they're a little down on life at the moment, and they come in and they find people. They find people that are just unconditionally loving them for no reason. It's like, why are you being nice to me? I don't, you know what I mean? And that breaks down more walls, that chips away at the armor that people create for themselves.
Yeah.
Better than anything else is just being what God wants us to be. Be nice to each other. Treat each other, the way you would want to be treated. And when that happens, then God's message starts creeping through all that.
Well, and Patty can make a testament there, because she works at the community kitchen, and which is a big
they're amazing. Yeah.
They're amazing there.
And they're always looking for volunteers and organizations to kind of sponsor meal days and things.
Yes.
And that's they're still open because of that.
Yeah,
so
and
going.
She greets them. She is the one that gives the meal, and she always
One
says,
that doesn't like to talk's the greeter, huh? We need that.
I got her. But I mean, that is one of our hopes, is that we get involved with that, which we're excited that we will be doing.
And I'm sure they would
starting at the beginning of the year, and so. We're excited about that.
We are going to represent our church on the first Monday of each month. We are going to be serving at the community kitchen.
Very good. And so you guys got the Monday covered. We need the rest of the community to pick up the rest of the week.
They need as much help. I mean, I know Brad. I went to high school with Brad, and then Bill Cooper, who's the president of the board.
And they need help all year round.
Oh, they do.
I know it's very popular now because of the holidays, and people are looking to serve, which is amazing. We love that.
Yeah.
But don't forget about them in March, April, July.
And I think we've kind of taken that on as part of our mission is to help with that.
Absolutely.
And everything. So because it's just been Brad has been a godsend
to
this community for that.
So many people get a meal each day because of that community kitchen.
And the Roswell, and Roswell does a good job of supporting, but like I said, it's not just during the holidays.
It takes many organizations and many entities to all do their little part here. We have, your Harvest Ministries and your Many Hands working directly with homeless.
Right.
We need them just as much as we need you guys doing what you're doing and what other organizations are doing.
Yeah.
We all do our little part here, and that's how God planned it.
I think that's what's so nice about it. It's faith-based. And everything, and it's amazing what faith-based organizations do for the community, and we want to be out there helping.
Well, and we can have the semantics all day about Baptist, Methodist, Lutheran, Catholic, whatever. We're all children of God, and sure, we can have those debates, Bible debates later, but we can all agree that the message is clear. God wants us to help each other and take care of each other, and it doesn't matter what label you put in front of it. We're God's creatures, and that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, wholeheartedly. I think Jesus prayed, for the unity of the church in John 17. And when he looks at us, he doesn't see these little branches that we've created. He sees his body that he wants us to be working together. Right. And even though some of us, even though we may have some disagreements about some small things, I think if we can all agree that Jesus Christ is raised from the dead, we all know that we're working to bring his kingdom here on this earth.
Well, when we're talking about a book that's going to be arguably the oldest book in human existence, and as long as it's been around, there's going to be some differing opinions about debates on what's in that book after thousands of years of people reading it and trying to understand it.
Well, and I always tell people, you can put two people in a room and ask them a question, and you can get three different answers depending on the day. And it depends. But I think that's what we want to work on in the future as well, is how can we be a part of the larger body of Christ here in Roswell? Because there are good churches here doing amazing things.
Absolutely.
And
if you're a part of one of those churches, we don't want to steal anybody from another church. We're looking.
And to be honest, I know that the mindset of a lot of our churches always, when it comes to this time of year, they do multi-church or denomination Christian events and things like that. At the end of the day, sure, it is a battle for parishioners as much as anything to get that, but the message is clear. We're all God's children, and we want to serve God. And if you want to do this in a way that's kind of getting in on the ground floor of a kind of a new organization here, and really want to be a part of setting the tempo of what direction this church goes in, as far as its passion projects, things like that. Now's a good time to become involved with that. It's still got the fresh new church. It's still got the little plastic on the glass.
Yes.
That, like, when you get the new phone, it's still got that on it. I haven't taken that off yet.
Oh, yeah. I haven't taken that off of the TV on the corner yet. That's
Well,
okay.
And it's definitely a place where if you want to be felt, if you want to be known, if you want to be loved by a group of people, I can tell you these people that have formed this congregation, these ladies that are sitting here with me, I mean, they will love you no matter where you're coming from or what
Sure.
you're doing.
Absolutely.
It's not a place you can go and blend in right now. It's a place where you can help establish DNA in the future.
Absolutely.
And
You're-
if that's your cup of tea, man, we'd love to have you.
You're part of the building of this.
Yeah.
You're part of the founding members of this church here. So come on out now. What time service times and everything?
We have fellowship at 10:30.
Okay, this Sunday.
All
right.
And then we have 11 o'clock is when we start our service.
Okay, that's your normal service
The
time.
normal service times.
Obviously, this Sunday's a little, it's a special service being Christmas Eve.
Well,
and
we're going to
everything.
have two.
Very good.
We're, just because it's Christmas Eve, we're not giving up the normal Sunday service
We're just
because
gonna-
you're not supposed to.
Well,
And,
we're adding to it. We're gonna have
we're adding to it, and then we're going to have the candlelight at 5:30.
Very nice.
So we hope everybody.
So you
will...
don't. So you don't have to be up at midnight if you don't want to.
No.
You can.
Well, it's
be
already
done at
dark anyway,
5:30.
right?
Yeah. It's midnight somewhere.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, it's midnight somewhere. Well, pretty much over in Bethlehem. Yeah, okay.
You're right about.
Yeah.
Right, that spot where where all this went down. Kind of thing. But yeah, so come out for services, like I said, and the services for now are all at the Roswell Community Little Theater location, which is 1212 South Main. 1717. Sorry, South Main. Sorry. 1313 Mockingbird Lane, the Addams Family or the Munsters, one of those.
And it's on Union, not Main.
Union, I'm sorry. It's in the Plains Park Shopping Center.
There you
I
go.
got that part
there
right.
You go.
Right near the Farmers and the Icon Cinema movie theater and all that.
Yep.
Right kind of
Right
there.
across from the
Dollar General's
Dollar
right
General
across
store,
from
So-
Union there on Union there.
So,
and
empty parking, not empty. We've got our cars, but we want more cars.
Yeah, I want to fill it up. There's plenty of room there. And
There
then
is.
we spill into the Farmers parking lot or the
There you
movie
go.
theater parking lot and come on out and celebrate God here this Sunday with the brand new Community Methodist Church of Roswell.
Yes.
Of course, if you've been in Ruidoso, then you're going to recognize a lot of the things there. 'Cause It's the Ruidoso Church is kind of the sister church, parent church for the moment, and basically using everything under that umbrella till you get your own base.
The guidance we're getting from Dustin, and of course they're at council, just the church, and I mean, I don't know what else to say. They have just been so generous in helping us get us started.
That's great,
and it is just wonderful.
Well, and see now when those Ruidoso folks come down to do their shop for the weekend and stay here, then they got a church home.
There you go.
We don't have to be rushed back to Ruidoso. They can just pop on into the Roswell location.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly, we don't have like a Sam's or a Popeyes up there in Ruidoso, so, it's a pretty popular trip.
Well, hey, we have aliens and lots of food, so that's what brings people here. If we can get you to stay here for our chicken and aliens, then be careful. They do taste similar.
Oh, gosh.
You put green chili
I thought they were
on it.
looking for those beef cattle out there, what they're originally looking for.
You smothered green chili. It's
Yeah.
But of course, too, if folks are, going to Ruidoso for the weekend and they're going to, if they're spending the weekend skiing or getting ready to spend holidays here, you're more than welcome to come to the Community Methodist Church in Ruidoso. If you're up there celebrating God, come visit the church there on Sunday.
Exactly. Yeah, we're pretty easy to remember. It's 123 Church Drive is where our church is located
1212 and 123.
So
these are luggage combinations here.
And we always ask for prayer for snow on the mountain because that's a big part of our economy this time of year. So
and it all trickles down to us. So the more moisture you get, that's good for us too.
Good for us.
How did y'all do with the snow and we got some rain last week? Did y'all get any?
We got just a little bit of fog, a little bit of snow on the mountain, but not much. They have a couple of slopes open right now. Just 2 chairs. hoping they can get some snow up there this week.
I
There's
was
a
about to say,
chance.
this weekend we're supposed to get rain. That's supposed to be snow up there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
right?
snow up on the mountain.
Yeah, so that's
And-
where I'll be this weekend. My folks for Christmas, we're going to be. They got a place up
See,
there.
then you have a place to go to.
There you
this
go.
coming
We got
weekend.
churches
So
covered.
there you go.
But
Yeah.
well, they used to live up there, but now
Oh.
they don't. So now we got to rent a place because they live in Albuquerque. But
Yeah, and we get that all the time in Ruidoso. People just there for the weekend, or people come in for a couple of weeks or a couple of
so
months
imagine
in the
your
summer.
summer congregation's probably a little bit, weirdly enough, bigger than others.
That is exactly right. It's I've been in the ministry for almost 20 years now, and it's the first place I've ever served where we've had more people in the summer than in the winter.
But to be honest, I love that.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, people go on vacation. I'm thinking things like church kind of take a back burner usually. And so families that are saying, you know what, no, we're on vacation. We're still going to church.
Yeah.
Because we have a church home here where we're vacationing. So so I'm glad that your parishioners in the summer are a little bit larger than your winter parishioners.
Yeah, I know it's a joy, and I know when my family goes on vacation, typically the last thing we do is look for a church. It's like, oh, really, Dad? We got to go to church again. So I'm so thankful for people that do that.
Yeah.
And just so thankful that we have people down here that are willing to try something new and fresh, and just reach people that maybe don't know that good news.
Absolutely. That's it. Is just at the end of the day, however you found God, we're just glad you found it.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
That's the whole point of this. But like I said, if you're for whatever reason, if you're looking for a new church home here or you're new to the area, come out this Sunday. Come see what Community Methodist Church of Roswell has to offer. Like I said, it's brand new. We're on the ground roots, so we're if you're looking to, especially if you're wanting to get more involved to make a difference, we're looking for you more hands make less work on this situation.
Yes.
That's right.
We need more folks to come and share your tutelage, your experiences to make this an even better church.
Amen.
Definitely.
Good deal.
Amen.
So come on out. Again, remind everybody the service times on Sunday.
10:30 fellowship, 11 o'clock regular service.
Good deal.
And then on Christmas evening at 5:30 for
Very
candlelight.
good. Yeah, 10:30 and 11 is every Sunday.
Yes.
But this Sunday being Christmas Eve here,
Yes.
we'll have our special 5:30 candlelight Christmas Eve service.
Yes.
I'm going to say Christmas Vigil, and I was trying to combine that and Christmas Eve service, and it came out something different in my head.
It all works.
It all works.
It all works.
It all works. So,
And there's going to I'm guessing there's like coffee and donuts and stuff for
of course,
fellowship.
we have that. Yes. We have a new coffee pot.
I think because if you ever buy a new brand new Bible, you got that first page you rip out that says, "Thou shalt have food at every
Exactly.
function."
Well,
That is.
and you know why people eat donuts at church, right? Because they're so holy.
Oh.
Sorry, that's one of my many dad jokes.
He has a lot.
I love it. And I always use this for fare, but I think in your case you should use this too. I always tell people if you eat like the funnel cakes and all the stuff at the fair, if you eat it at the fair, the calories don't count.
Exactly.
But if you take it off the fairgrounds, calories count double. Donuts work the same way at church.
Yes.
If you eat a church donut, that doesn't count. But if you take the church donut off the church property and put it like in your purse and take it home, counts double.
Okay.
So
Just have to remember that.
I didn't make up the rules. That's just how they are. Very good. Is there anything we missed? Anything that we wanted to share? Anything?
I think we're good.
Can I just say, if you're looking for something, we'd love to have you, love to be a part of you, your life, love to love on you wherever you're at. So no matter who you are, what's going on in your life, come check us out, and we hope to see you on Sunday.
Yeah, come out, come celebrate. The birth of Jesus. Come celebrate God every single Sunday. Come and be a part of this church family, and especially if you want to be more involved and you're thinking, oh, this is great. I would love, or maybe. You grew up in another part of the country, and it's like, our church home used to do this. I love this tradition. Is this something that maybe y'all would be interested in doing? And that's where we're at. We're at a place where the direction of this church is up to the people that call it home.
Yes.
And so we would love for you to come and be a part of the beginning and the growth of this new church. Come see what it's all about. Come your chance to kind of, I'm going to guess, somebody is going to come out there, and next thing you know, they've just made their friend for life, or the friend that they have, and because that happens too at church,
all the time.
Where you meet people, and next thing you know, these are people that now I have lunch every Tuesday with this because of church. I mean, it's just this begats that. So if you're looking to
That's
even
right.
increase your social circles and become, maybe you're older, retired, the kids have all flown the nest, and you're looking to get a little more involved in the community. Come out to church. Come meet some great people and come get involved. And sometimes when you're dealing with your own little issues in life, getting involved in helping other people tends to fix your own little problems.
It does.
Too. So if you're needing maybe God's presence in your life, we talk about the fellowship and everything else, but maybe you just feeling like there's a hole, or because the holidays do this too.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people feel a little under the weather, feel a little down, or maybe this is the first holiday season without a family member that they lost or something.
Yep,
right.
all the time.
And so if you're experiencing some of that, don't be alone. Come out to services. Come meet some great people. Come have some donuts with us, and we'll give you a second one too. But really come out and just share your lives with us, and let us share our lives with you.
Yeah, and that's the heart of the name community. I think God exists in perfect community with Father, Son, and Spirit, and I think people do better when we exist as a part of community as well.
Absolutely.
So,
well, I mean, God's power and everything is the greatest thing ever, but if we don't use it or don't embrace the love of it, what good is it?
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, excellent. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
we
us.
Appreciate
Do they
it.
get to take you to breakfast, or do you get to get back on the thing back up the mountain now, or do you get to?
Maybe a little bit of both.
All right, good. So,
Okay.
so Patty's paying for breakfast, and she. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Merry Christmas if I don't see you
Christmas.
before then, and love to please keep coming back with updates. Every time we got an event or anything that we want to let the public know about, please put it on my radar so we can put it on everybody else.
We'll do that.
Appreciate it.
Good deal.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
And if you all become actors after this too, that's okay. Like if some of the community theater rubs off on y'all, it's like, why is the pastor all of a sudden doing like kind of Shakespearean and all this? He's getting like.
Well, maybe in the future. You never know.
Anything that rubs off,
Yes.
That's it.
God loves some theater too. That's all I'm saying. He can put on a show.
And I was listening to you before this, and I was like, man, if I had a little extra time, maybe I should be an actor. So,
You never know.
You never know.
Every tool in the bag. Pat.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, it is 8:51. Let's pause for news. That Dallas Cowboys report. Sorry, Cowboys fans. You all lost, but still in the report today. Quick break before we come back. Don't go away.
Now, your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. A traffic alert in Roswell first. One block of South Garden Avenue will close today through Thursday for construction of a water line crossing. The closure is between East Wiley and East Chisholm Streets. Also in Roswell, 3 more teenagers have been arrested and jailed for a double homicide case from last year. The arrests came Friday in connection to the killings at Cahoon Park. The arrests include 15-year-old Carlos Gallegos and 15-year-old Damian Romero, both of whom were 14 at the time of the killing. They were found at a home in the 600 block of Redwood Street. After those 2 arrests, 18-year-old David Salas Silva turned himself in. Another boy, Javen Montoya, was arrested a few days after the crime in Ruidoso. 15-year-old Cameron Luna and 16-year-old Jorge Armendariz were shot and killed at the park on April 16th last year. Eddy County commissioners have approved a new list of priorities to ask state lawmakers for funding next year. Among them, the county jail's reimbursement funds. County Manager Roberta Gonzalez says jail costs have risen dramatically in the past couple of years. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Hi, everyone. With your Cowboys report, I'm Christy Scales. The Cowboys get shellacked in Buffalo by the Bills, 31-10. Autopsy results after this.
Becky Hammond on Inspiration.
I hope it's an inspiration to girls out there, being the first woman to coach an NBA team. But I've always been more inspired by the future, not by what I've done, but by what's coming next.
What do you want to do next? Whether it's buying a home, growing your wealth, or protecting your assets, SWBC is here to support your next steps toward financial success with personalized service and expert advice.
Visit SWBC.com to take the next step toward your financial future.
Cowboys Nation is big because everything's bigger in Texas. And Reliant has the energy to power it all. From home field advantage to home sweet home, Reliant has Dallas Cowboys fans all across the Lone Star State covered for every electric moment this season and beyond. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of your Dallas Cowboys.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
The Cowboys' offense was awful yesterday. The defense even worse in a 31-10 loss to the Bills in Buffalo. The defense surrendered over 260 rushing yards and made James Cook, the Bills' running back, look like an all-pro. In a very disappointed Cowboy locker room after the game, cornerback Jordan Lewis summed up the day.
We didn't play to our standard. We didn't stop the run. So, they executed a great game plan. We made some adjustments, and they made some adjustments, and we just couldn't stop it.
The only Cowboy touchdown came on a 3-yard run by C.D. Lamb in garbage time, and in the first quarter, All-Pro right guard Zach Martin went out with a thigh injury. The only good news, the Cowboys qualified for the playoffs due to losses earlier in the day by the Packers and the Falcons. With your Cowboys report, I'm Christy Scales.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure over the central Rockies and over the Four Corners, and things look pretty good for a while. We'll be in the mid-50s on our afternoon high today. Should be sunny, maybe a few clouds. Overnight, some clouds drifting through with low to mid-30s on the temperature. And then we get a sunny Tuesday. Our afternoon high will be a little bit warmer. We'll hit the low 60s, low to mid-60s, and it looks good Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
All across America, this is the Lou Dobbs Business Report.
I'm Lou Dobbs. Stock still streaking, Intel boosting its AI investment. Wall Street on pace for a 7th consecutive winning week. The Dow Jones Industrial's up more than 150 points yesterday. The S&P and NASDAQ posting modest gains. More strong economic data driving stocks higher. Crude oil futures rebounding. West Texas Intermediate crude up 3%, back above $70 a barrel for the first time this week. Intel boosting confidence in its AI microchip sector. The chip maker says dozens of PC makers are using its newest AI-enabled chips. Intel pushing customers to upgrade their personal computers to accommodate the latest in AI technology. Early results show reduced risk of death or relapse in melanoma patients. Southwest facing scrutiny in the busy holiday travel season. A year ago, Christmas, nearly 17,000 Southwest flights were canceled or delayed. That incident a year ago cost the company more than $1 billion. Southwest Airlines CEO vowing there would not be a repeat of last year's holiday travel mess this year. Please join me twice each weekday for the Lou Dobbs Business Report right here.
Business news you need to know. Keep listening for more. This is the Lou Dobbs Business Report.
A cyber attack happens every 39 seconds. If you didn't insist that your IT security team call Arison, before you know it, it's too late. Your company network gets attacked, your client data gets stolen, your bank accounts get drained, then the lawsuits come and you're in hot water. Arison's Cyber Z Suite ensures total network coverage and best practice-based zero-trust cybersecurity. Get protected. Call Arison today to schedule a no-obligation consultation. 908-878-7717. 908-878-7717. That's Arison. ERACENT.com.
At Artesia General Hospital, our emergency department experts care for more than 10,000 people each year. Our emergency department is open 24 hours a day and there's always a doctor on duty. We specialize in advanced adult and pediatric life support and trauma services, making sure you have access to quality care when every second counts. From unexpected illness to serious injuries, you can trust our team to provide exceptional emergency care in any situation. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/emergency.
Project C3PO at Eastern New Mexico University Roswell is celebrating a successful year of the Connecting Minority Communities grant to increase broadband internet services for all of Chaves County by deploying hotspots. An additional 380 hotspots will be given away to students 18 and older, community members, and small businesses during the Hotspots and Holidays Deployment and Training Celebration, Wednesday, December 20th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at the Instructional Technology Center on the ENMU Roswell campus. You're invited to join in the celebration with a free hotspot, food, fun, and maybe a photo or two. For more information, call 833-806-6432 or 575-624-7396. If you're looking for the best deal on your next vehicle, look no further. The Roswell Hyundai Used Car Supercenter has a huge selection of vehicles to choose from with nearly every make and model. You're sure to find a vehicle that fits your needs and budget. Whether you're in the market for a large truck, a super high-end luxury vehicle, or an affordable car for first-time buyers, the Roswell Hyundai Used Car Supercenter has something for everyone. Come experience the excitement of finding your dream car at Roswell Hyundai, the fun place to buy a car, at 1909 West 2nd in Roswell.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their tunnel wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Talk radio has landed on the all-new 106.5 FM KEND Roswell.
And we're closing in on 9 o'clock. Town Hall News is up next. Stay tuned next hour. We'll have the folks from Roswell C join us, John and Crystal Noble. But first, Town Hall News. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back. Don't go away.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Well, if gas to start rising again, we may have Yemen's Houthi rebels to thank. Global oil prices are moving higher now that energy giant BP has joined others suspending shipments through the Red Sea due to the threat of attack by the Iranian-backed Houthis. A powerful storm that worked its way up the East Coast in the past few days is now lashing the Northeast, flooding rains, very high winds. Rich Otto at the National Weather Service says sustained winds 25 to 35 miles per hour expected for many spots.
As you get closer to the coast, the winds will be even stronger, and gusts of 50 to 60 miles an hour look likely across the coastal locations from Long Island into southeastern New England and the coast of Maine. And I wouldn't be surprised if we have some gusts that approach or exceed hurricane force along the coast there, especially portions of Maine.
Hundreds of thousands without power, schools closed, and many roads flooded. The Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives growing impatient with leaders of the U.S. Senate failing to take action on his priority legislation to provide $14.5 billion in emergency aid to Israel. As the Israel-Hamas war drags on, Speaker Mike Johnson says the emergency aid bill has, in his words, been gathering dust in the Senate for over 7 weeks now.
There's $67 billion sitting in the fund to hire 87,000 new IRS agents to go and audit middle-class Americans and small businesses. In the hierarchy of need right now, in the urgency of the hour, I felt like it was more important to take $14 billion of that and put it to aid and assist Israel. And I guess Chuck Schumer doesn't agree with those priority choices, but we really need to get this done.
Speaker Johnson made those comments in an exclusive interview on Jerusalem news site allisrael.com. Wall Street, stocks are mixed. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now. right now.
A landmark national security trial has opened in Hong Kong for a prominent activist publisher who could be sentenced to life if convicted under a law imposed by Beijing aimed at crushing dissent.
Jimmy Lai is facing multiple charges of collusion and sedition in connection with protests against an extradition law back in 2019, which drew an estimated 1.7 million people. The founder of the city's Apple Daily pro-democracy newspaper faces a possible life sentence if convicted under Beijing-backed laws, which were imposed afterward. He's already serving a prison term for lesser offenses. 6 former Apple Daily executives pleaded guilty last year to conspiring with Lai in a call for international intervention on behalf of democracy in Hong Kong against China. George Williams reporting.
German Chancellor Scholz testing positive for COVID-19. He says that he's experiencing few symptoms today and is counting on a mild case. News and analysis at townhall.com. Changes in autism-related placements in the new year on the way in the Hoosier State.
Indiana will implement a rate for a therapy commonly used by children with autism at a rate much less than what healthcare providers received on average in the past. Now, families worry that clinics offering the critical therapy for children will accept fewer Medicaid patients. The change does come as Indiana and several other states are reducing pandemic protections to the program. Jason Walker reporting.
Southwest Airlines paying a $35 million fine, part of a $140 million settlement with the government over a meltdown last holiday season. The airline canceled almost 17,000 flights as a winter storm paralyzed operations in Denver and Chicago and then snowballed when a crew rescheduling system couldn't keep up. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Trace Inviernos
of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Happy pre-Christmas week.
Yes.
We are officially 1 week out from Christmas.
By the way, I got to say a humongous thank you to the Midday Lions.
Did you go out for
we did Friday night. We
carriage rides this weekend?
We got to enjoy the carriage rides. It was myself, Carletta, and the kids. And something happened, right? Okay, so we were the 8:30 trip.
Okay.
The 8:30 ride. As we get on, Carletta was going first, and the boards, I guess, were already a little bit, loose or had worked their way out. We hadn't realized this. And Carletta, as she was getting in, broke one of the boards through and actually hurt her leg pretty. I mean, she was okay. She could walk, no problem, but good sized bruise on it and everything. So we were riding the whole time with a hole under us. So it was very reminiscent though, because holidays growing up, or at least for 2 or 3 years, my family had this Monte Carlo. And we used to go around looking at Christmas lights in the Monte Carlo with a hole in the floorboard.
So
it was oddly reminiscent
of family Christmas.
Yeah, of times gone by. But big thanks to the Midday Lions. It was an awesome time. The lights absolutely gorgeous around that area around the Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Conquistador
And
Council.
the weather was pretty nice Saturday night.
Oh, it was
if I remember right.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was pretty
Wasn't
nice.
even too cold out. We had blankets and coats and stuff, and everybody was happy.
Yeah, well, good.
Full cart, and it was a lot of fun.
Did the kids like the lights and everything?
They did, yeah.
Good.
We were tasked with trying to find the Santas because there were like three Santas that were like hidden. We had to try to find them.
3 hidden Santas. Did you locate all?
Rhiannon
3?
found all 3. Hunter Hunter lost interest about turn 2.
Yeah. Well, you said he's the one that's kind of been your bah humbug of the bunch.
Just a bit.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that'll turn around.
And I don't want to be like old man yells at cloud here, but it's this dang old, internet subculture of kids that play like Roblox and like my son, literally my 5-year-old son asked me for Robux this year for Christmas.
Wow.
I'm like, what's a Robux?
Yeah.
Because of course my mind goes to the Sears catalog.
Right. It's like Sears Roebuck?
Sears Roebuck and Company. They've been out of business for years, son. You need to get with it. No. Bucks that you spend in Roblox. He's very into playing Roblox, apparently.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't understand it. I've seen them play it. I've seen like Rhiannon play it and Hunter play it. I don't get it.
See, when I was a kid and you were a kid, the only way we got that stuff was literally the Sears catalog, the Penny's catalog, the Macy's catalog, whatever catalog that showed up in the mail.
Honestly, because for my generation, Finger Hut.
Yeah.
Finger Hut was huge when we were kids.
My mom kept Finger Hut in business. I don't care what anybody says. Finger Hut, I think, lost a lot of clout when my mother passed away in the early 2000s because dealing with her finances afterwards, pretty sure they were about to send the Finger Hut goons out to get her.
The Finger Hut family. They call it Finger Hut because we come and we chop off one of yours if you don't pay your bill on time.
That's right. Hey, I didn't sell you that $7,000 computer, did I?
Consider yourself lucky we didn't call ourselves Kneecap Hut.
That's the thing. And I don't know how Finger Hut is now, but that was the thing. Like my mom bought.
Oh, they very much. It's the same exact business because I have several of my friends are like, oh, I got to make my Finger Hut payment.
Yeah.
Up to and including my kid's mom.
Oh yeah, my mom was a Finger Hut-atarian. She
Finger Hut-atarian. Which honestly, Finger Hut is like it's like the Wish.com Amazon kind of.
Yeah.
Which I guess Wish.com is the Wish.com.
Right.
But
precursor.
Sort of in that it's like people who don't want to just go on Amazon and get their stuff, but they need it through a source. And honestly, the credit is really a big part of what keeps Finger Hut in business.
Sure.
You know the one thing that I never got to enjoy as a kid? Like I see it all the time.
Montgomery Ward catalog. That was the other big one.
Was a big one in my house. Was the Schwann's truck.
Oh yeah, Schwann's.
We've talked about it before about how you guys...
Ours wasn't Schwann's, it was Doty's, but same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I think those companies merged. And now it's still a company, but I think it's called Yellow. Or
it is.
Yella? Is it Yella?
Yello.
Yeah.
Yellow, yes.
Which makes sense.
Like mellow yellow.
But those trucks were always the biggest letdown for us as a kid because you see a big truck like that rolling through town, you're like, ooh, ice cream truck. Nope. They just had like frozen chicken fingers and stuff.
Yeah. But
my family we didn't have the money. We weren't holding down Schwann's truck money.
Well, my parents did it a couple times. And that's when I had my first frozen pops or your Otter Pop or whatever you call it. The Doty's had their own version of that. And that was the first time I ever had and knew of the frozen stick of juice.
Like, I'll be honest with you. Everybody used to talk about like, creamsicle and all that or dreamsicle.
She had those. Yeah, they had those.
First and only experience I ever had with that flavor was when I was growing up in Medill. We didn't have much in Medill, but we had us a Brahms ice cream and dairy store. They had a flavor there which still exists to this day. They rarely have it in the scoopables, but they always have it in the store.
Serves, yeah.
In the store. Is Dream Cooler.
Okay.
It was their version of creamsicle. It's just vanilla ice cream and orange sherbet, and it was the best thing on the planet. That was my go-to flavor for the entirety of my childhood. Still is, if I can find it.
You know what? And this one's This one's one of my little proclivities. I love is my favorite. I'm a chocolate ice cream guy. This is not a secret. But at Farmers, the pails?
Yep.
They sell at the bottom of those little 5-gallon pails or whatever they are. I don't know what they are. A gallon pail, I guess.
It's about, I think it's 5 quarts.
Yeah. Whatever that is. Not but it's the round ones, not even the certain Surefine ones. It's this other one that's like the other brand that is
Clover Valley or something. Yeah,
something like that.
I know the one you're talking about.
And I get just the regular chocolate one. I don't do this often, but once in a while. And to me, that one is the best tasting chocolate ice cream.
Okay.
To me, it tastes like a harder version of your soft serve chocolate ice cream.
All right.
If that makes sense.
Now, are you the kind of person that lets it sit for a while and goes ice cream soup with it? Okay.
Well, what I do is I don't go ice cream soup. I mean, I do. I let it wait, but then I beat it up and turn it into ice cream frosty.
Okay.
And that's what I go with it.
Nice.
And I
So
basically
still got
turn
that
it to a
little bit of
frosty.
granule, scoopable.
Yeah, I kind of turn it
It's
into
a
a frosty.
sockwood that you eat with a spoon.
Yes.
Which is
And
my
to
favorite.
me,
That's my favorite ad campaign.
Like
for
if
Wendy's.
that was the only thing I could have the rest of my life as far as ice cream desserts, I would be completely okay with that and be just content and happy.
Now, let me tell you, the best ice cream to make ice cream soup with is, if you can find it, it's that same in that big tub, the fudge ripple.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
Just the vanilla ice cream with the ripple of fudge, because that fudge is just pure chocolate bliss.
It is. It's good. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It makes that vanilla ice cream more chocolate than chocolate ice cream.
It's like a syrupy Hershey's syrup.
A little bit,
but
like
tastier.
a thicker syrup almost.
It's a tastier than Hershey's though, because it doesn't have that Hershey's aftertaste.
That twang.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's you ain't wrong. I know exactly.
Love that fudge ripple. That was my jam as a kid.
Yeah.
And of course, we'd always get those because it was, $2.99 for 13 gallons of it.
And my mom was an ice cream hoarder. Like she would get and then not let us have her certain flavors. It was a whole fight. My brother would steal it, and it was a whole war, ice cream wars. But my mom's go-to was Tin Roof Sundae.
Okay.
Which is basically like your fudge ripple that you're talking about, but they also incorporate chocolate-covered peanuts.
Right.
That's the only difference is it's chocolate-covered peanuts with a fudge ripple.
Okay.
And that goo in the ripple is...
See, I'm not crazy about additives in ice cream. I always kind of like the pure experience of the... Ben and Jerry's feels like that most of the time they're trying too hard.
Right.
Just give me the flavor.
And another
Cherry
one
Garcia is my only exception there.
And the other kind of ice cream I like that's not... Again, it's at Farmer's. The regular hard ice cream, Kemp's chocolate toasted almond. It's just chocolate ice cream with toasted almonds.
Ooh, that does sound delightful.
It's a 10. I love that ice cream. I'll eat the whole...
That's the one that comes in
half-gallon.
the carton, right?
Yeah, it comes in a whatever their half-gallon carton is now, or whatever it is. It's not a half-gallon, but yeah. And I only see it at Farmer's. I've only seen it at Farmer's.
I have a real hard time getting ice cream in a box now. That's how we used to get it back in the day.
It's a tube with the...
Okay.
It's a...
Because
ovalish tube.
There was a point in my life when ice cream was, because most of the time it was in that cardboard box.
Yes, it's not in the cardboard box.
Okay.
It's in a openable.
Basically, just you should put a sign on it that says "freezer burn me now."
Kind of like the Breyers tub or whatever. It's in one of those tubs.
And we would always you'd hit it as quick as possible because, like I said, a day later that ice cream was trash. The second you lift it in the freezer, it tastes like whatever nonsense you have frozen in there.
We've talked about the Hershey's ice cream and the Donald Duck orange juice cans and that. And those Hershey ice creams come in 1 pint blocks, just the cardboard block. And it was the same. And you literally open it up and pour it out and put this block of ice cream on your bowl or plate or whatever. And there you go.
By the way, I'm giving you the heads up. We've talked about them before, but the Reese's cupcakes are now available at, I believe, Family Dollar. I saw them. Yeah, 6-pack.
I was on a quest unsuccessfully this weekend to find the Reese's caramel peanut butter cakes. None of the places that sell them had it. I saw a box with them, but they were empty.
Oh,
at the Walgreens. It was filled with other things.
I hate that.
Oh, I was mad. I just wanted one. I just wanted to try it.
Don't use your boxes for other items.
I looked like 4 different places. I was out. I didn't deliberately go there for these, but I was there to get other things. I'm like, ooh, let me look for the Reese's, and I never found it in any of those places.
Darn it.
I will procure one though. They are here.
Yes. We are talking to Jocelyn.
Yeah, very good. Well, she'll keep you busy. But John and Crystal Noble wearing their Roswell Seed hats, so join us here in just a few minutes. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. High pressure over the central Rockies and over the Four Corners, and things look pretty good for a while. We'll be in the mid-50s on our afternoon high today. Should be sunny, maybe a few clouds. Overnight, some clouds drifting through with low to mid-30s on the temperature. And then we get a sunny Tuesday. Our afternoon high will be a little bit warmer. We'll hit the low 60s, low to mid-60s, and it looks good Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 42 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity's at 60% with winds out of the north at 7 miles per hour. Actually not bad this week. There's some rain chances later in the week, but we'll be floating in the upper 50s, 60s for a good hunk of the week. Partly cloudy, 58 for today with north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 34 degrees tonight. South winds 5 to 10. Tuesday, partly cloudy, 62 for a high tomorrow. Winds out of the north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy tomorrow night with an overnight low of 36 degrees. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. For you Wednesday, mostly cloudy, 64 for a high with northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday night, we're looking at a 20% chance at rain showers. Mostly cloudy, overnight low 42. Thursday, a 20% chance of rain showers with overnight low of, or as high as 62 on Thursday with a 20% chance of rain. Thursday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 38. Friday, mostly sunny and 62, but then we have good chances of rain Friday night into Saturday. 40% chance of showers for Friday night, mostly cloudy, 41 for an overnight low. 60% chance of showers for Saturday, otherwise mostly cloudy and 61. 20% for Saturday night, partly cloudy and 36, and then Christmas Eve, mostly sunny, 58 for a high there. So we'll see. Get some rain, possibly. All right, it is 19 minutes after 9. We're going to take about a 4-minute break, and then we'll talk with John and Crystal Noble from Roswell Seed. Don't go away.
Listen, fellas, I'm about to give you the skinny. Are you tired of not having anything fun to do to celebrate the new year with your gal? Well, here's the scoop. Friday, December 29th, the Liberty is hosting an evening of dinner and a show called Radio Razzle Dazzle. The show is set on New Year's Eve 1940 in a radio studio where you get to watch a live radio play being performed. However, the scripts are missing and the cast and crew have passed out or eloped and the sound effects machine is broken. So you'll get to watch and see if the remaining cast can pull off the radio event of the year. I hear it's a real gasser. This will make a perfect holiday date night for you and your gal. So ring in the new year in style by joining us at the Liberty Friday, December 29th for Radio Razzle Dazzle. Check out thelibertyinc.com for tickets. Brought to you by MW Entertainment and 106.5 Roswell Talk FM.
Hi, everyone. This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. When was the last time you looked forward to sleep? Let's be honest here. You know a restful night's sleep has more health benefits than you consciously think about during the day. Here at Glenn's, we carry Serta mattresses, and they've been in the business for more than 90 years. Choosing one can be hard, but I want you to know we have your back. Come see us at Glenn's on the corner of Union and Alameda in Roswell, where delivery is free since 1953.
Attention Roswell, Carlsbad, Artesia, and surrounding areas. This Christmas, Roswell Tire and Appliance has what you're looking for. With a great selection of refrigerators, freezers, ranges, washers, and dryers. And they can repair your appliances as well. With many models in stock and on sale. You can own it today. RTA services after the sale with repair warranty and delivery to Roswell and surrounding areas. Save big on a selection of scratch and dent appliances too. Plus a great selection of tires and a team of people to help you. People who speak Spanish and will listen to what you need. Merry Christmas from all of us at Roswell Tire and Appliance, 101 South Main in downtown Roswell.
There's a Honda for every holiday adventure. Whether it's dropping off presents in a sporty Civic or picking up a few for yourself in a fun-to-drive HRV. Find your new Honda during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic and 2024 HRV.
Happy Honda Days are here, and just in time for the best deal of the year. Visit Roswell Honda today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
'Tis the season of savings at Big O Tires. Unwrap peace of mind this holiday season with trusted tires and auto service from your locally owned and operated Roswell Big O Tires. Now through January 7th, save up to $140 on select sets after mail-in rebate. all with multiple financing options available for any budget and any situation. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
When you can't be home, make your space feel more like home with Candlewood Suites, Roswell, New Mexico, featuring extended stay rooms, complete with kitchenettes in a quiet area, plus plenty of great amenities, including free hot coffee 24/7, and the Candlewood Cupboard 24-hour convenience store, plus the Candlewood Gym and free laundry facilities. Cool off in the outdoor pool, complete with hot tub, and enjoy the outdoor gazebo and grills. And the Candlewood Lending Locker for stuff you couldn't pack, like crock pots, board games, and more. Call 575-623-4300 to find out more. Candlewood Suites, where everyone here is sweet on you. Your home away from home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative wants to remind you to decorate safely this holiday season. Don't be on Santa's naughty list. Avoid getting a lump of coal this year by making it a point to take care of yourself and those around you. Take time to decorate safely without skipping any safety steps. Visit the website cvecoop.org for tips on how to decorate safely. The employees, management, and board of trustees at Central Valley Electric Cooperative would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Are you looking for a way to serve your community? Look no further than the New Mexico Army National Guard. Whether it's disaster relief or defending our freedoms, the New Mexico Army National Guard is always ready to serve. Gain valuable skills, receive world-class training, and be a part of a team that makes a difference. Step up and become the best version of yourself. To join the New Mexico Army National Guard, call us at 1-800-GO-GUARD. That's 1-800-GO-GUARD.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The U.S. Treasury once considered producing donut-shaped coins. They instead decided to go with coin-shaped donuts. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 24 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio now, officially. They've been hanging out for a little bit.
Yeah,
but
we get paid by the hour.
That's right. by their boss, not by mine. We don't get paid here. John and
I think this is payment enough.
Yeah, we get paid in Christmas treats.
Yeah, really. Thank you, Will and Kim Cavan.
Yes, the Cavans.
That's delicious.
Yeah,
I'm going to call it out again. Miss Cavan, can you please take the recipe to the Humane Society? I would like to have it, or just bring me a box.
And to be honest, you're lucky we still had them because we've only had a couple people in the building since they were brought here.
I know.
Otherwise, they would have been gone already.
Well, why does it got to go to you? Why can't she bring it to, the Roswell Seed Company? This is Roswell Seed. What?
Because if I get the recipe, I can make it for Roswell Seed.
No, because you're going to use it as like blackmail and stuff like that. Yeah, you will.
Oh, my God.
John and Crystal Noble from Roswell Seed joining us.
Hi.
Good morning.
But yes, wearing the Roswell Seed hat today, not the Humane Society, although equally important as far as things going on. And if you are, and be honest, we actually talked to Crystal about the humane stuff last week. So if you want to know about ours, they will be closed over the holidays here. So no adoptions or anything, but this week's a good week to do your last minute thrift shopping and all that good stuff. So
yes.
Some big sales going on that stuff. So don't. So if you can't find anything at Roswell Seed that works under your tree, then go over to the Humane Society's thrift store. You'll find something over there.
And just to be certain, just to let people know, I am not Crystal's handler. She is mine. So if you come asking me questions about the Humane Society, no clue.
He's like he knows two things.
Yeah.
They got dogs, and his wife works there.
Yeah, that's it.
No. Yes. He knows three things. He knows how to open the cages and let them out.
Well, that's important.
And I know where the treats are at. Like, they tried to hide them on me. I'm a Marine. We can find anything.
You can smell anything.
Yeah. Because, before it was, Sundays were considered, we used to refer to it as John No Day, because I would have to go to work with her because she was shorthanded. And so she'd wake me up on it. Well, my only day off is Sunday.
So you're like,
so I'm getting even with everybody.
Right, you're going to get something.
Yeah, so I would go down there and I would
quite
let
frankly, I'm pretty sure dog treats came in the Marine MRE.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
They could
yeah.
smell them.
We can, it's easy enough. But I would feed them all, overfeed them the dog treats, and I'd let the dogs out. I'd do all kinds of, and it was just, no, you can't, don't be, babe, no.
You were the grandparents.
Yeah, no.
You were the grandparents that loaded them up with sugar and got them all riled up and then turned them loose to the parents.
And then when his wife had to go in the following morning for cleaning, everybody had diarrhea.
Yeah. I thought it was funny.
It's not funny. Poor dogs. I'm not worried about me.
What? They were having a blast with them.
Yeah, but they're poor bums.
Yeah, they were having an awesome time with them.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, I'm sure they'll have some special Christmas treats over the next couple of weeks.
They will. Yeah. Actually, somebody made them peanut butter balls for Christmas.
Nice. Very good. Dog friendly, of course.
Yeah, they're peanut butter, banana, and oatmeal.
Are they safe for... Because I know a lot of times when they make a lot of the dog treat baked goods, they are okay for humans to eat. They don't taste as good, obviously.
No, they're...
like, they don't taste
Girl
like peanut
Scouts?
butter balls that you want to eat. They're more...
Well,
the Girl Scouts
they're less
make
sugary.
them?
Yeah, the Girl Scout ones that they made, those weren't too bad.
Those were pretty sweet. Because there's usually probably less sugar and all the stuff that we like.
So basically all it is peanut butter, smashed bananas, and oatmeal.
Okay.
Mixed all together, and then you get a ice cream scooper, and you make little balls, and then you freeze it. That's it.
Tastes like, if you like bananas and oatmeal, it's not like they withdraw the flavor.
They don't cook them or anything like that.
But it's not going to be the sweetness that you would think of like human baked goods.
Yeah, actually, they were really actually good.
Although, yeah, bananas and oatmeal and peanut butter, that's pretty...
I accidentally ate one. I was all like, what is this? I took a bite of it. And
accidentally.
I'm like, not too bad. It's kind of crunchy. She's all like, those are for the dogs. I was like, oh.
Split them with them.
Yeah.
I'll split it with them. Oh, my God. So we're going to talk bulbs, flowers.
Why? Oh,
Why?
yeah.
Yeah.
They make great. You know what? If you're a flower person, those are probably good Christmas gifts for that flower.
Right.
person.
So there's still a lot of bulbs. And I have the correct names because I took pictures this morning.
All right.
So we
are
have...
these like their Latin names or whatever?
No, I'm going to say the names that I can pronounce.
Okay.
There's Festiva Maxima.
Ooh, that'd be good for you Seinfeld fans. I feel like it's a Festivus flower.
Yeah.
And then there's Carl Rosenfield.
I'm going to assume Carl invented that flower and named it after.
He was a nice guy.
Carl.
Yeah, he was a bright fellow.
Then there's
the brightest bulb in the tree.
Purple Sensation.
Yeah. Ooh. Now we're starting to sound like cannabis flavors here.
Yeah.
Then there's Las Vegas, which is a daffodil trumpet.
Okay. Is it flashy? It's got to be, right? If it's Las Vegas.
Yeah, kind of.
So.
Then there is...
You really did take pictures.
Sarah Bernhardt.
Not any relation to the Sarah Bernhardt.
Let's say the, the actress.
And this is a peony, or however you say that flower.
What
peony.
Is it against?
I can't see it.
Petunia?
Peonia.
Peony.
I know, it's not a tulip.
I know, I'm not a flower
Then
person.
there is a Mount Hood, and that's another daffodil.
From Texas?
Yeah. On the east side.
Then you have, one of my favorites is the paperwhites.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I always call them paperweights instead of paperwhites.
Right.
But they're very beautiful.
Are they all white like a paper?
Yeah.
They are.
They're real pretty.
Okay.
Yeah. So they got a long green stem and a little white flower.
So
Nice.
their
That
stem
goes on
reminds
top.
me of a green onion.
Okay.
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
Very beautiful, and they put off a wonderful
Is
aroma.
that a spring blooming?
No, winter.
Winter. Okay.
Winter.
Yeah.
Nice.
There is the
our
King
kitchen's
Alfred.
Loaded with them.
Nice.
That's another daffodil.
King Alfred?
King Alfred.
It's a big yeller. It's yeller.
And then there's the Dutch Master, which is another daffodil. Two different type of yellers.
Okay.
You have your dark yeller and your bright yeller.
All right. Get your yellers right.
He's yeller. Yeah, get your yellers
What can
right.
yeller do for you?
Yeah.
And then now we're into lilies, okay?
All right.
This one's called Daydream, and it's a beautiful soft sunset orange.
Okay.
And then there's the Ivory Floridel, which is a pretty white.
Okay. Probably an off-white if it's an ivory, more of a creamy.
And then the hyacinths, the colors are Woodstock, which is not brown, it's a fuchsia
beige?
color.
Okay.
Then there's City of Harlem, which is white.
Okay.
And next picture.
What'd you do?
Did I cut the name off of that one?
You did.
I did. Okay. So then there's a secondary.
It looks like the first dairy.
Fuchsia.
Only it's a secondary. I don't know what to say.
Whoever put these flowers out needs to be smacked because the tulips need to be with the tulips.
I put them out. Thank you very much.
So then there's the Washington tulip, which is like the color the yellow rose of Texas.
Okay.
With red stripes through it.
Oh, nice. That's pretty.
I don't know what that is, but it's called Immortality, and it's pretty white.
Wow.
It's a white.
Ironically, does not last forever.
No.
No, and then there's the Ice Folies.
Yes.
Doom, 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 doom.
Accent is a tulip.
Okay.
Graceland, I'm not sure what flower that is, but it's a
Gotta be
pretty
bold.
lilac.
It's gotta be Elvis
Yeah.
Graceland. I mean, come on.
And then Apricot Fox, and that's another tulip.
Okay. Is it kind of an apricot color?
It is.
Kind of that
And those are
orangey,
the
yellowish
fall
color?
and winter bulbs that are still available.
Nice.
So if you have a gardener in your family that likes to plant bulbs,
yeah,
go grab a couple of each or one of each, whatever.
Yeah.
And give those as a gift.
And we do have the little tags that go with them.
Okay. Yes.
That if you buy one, you pull the tag, you can put it in the bag, and they know
exactly what they're getting, how
yeah,
to care for it, and so forth. Well, and that could be another great. Maybe you do it with the family if you want to kind of start the kids off. Teaching them to grow plants and things. This might be a good way to start. Get them a couple flower bulbs that they can work on in the winter here, and then when they get good with this, then we can start the spring planting for the garden and stuff here in a couple months.
There's still one amaryllis left.
Somebody please buy it before it comes to my house.
It needs a home.
I have 3 already.
We have 2. One we're babysitting for Dixie.
Who babysits plants?
People who
Apparently
care
you
for
do.
their plants.
Apparently you do.
I do, yeah.
Okay, so when we go out of town, little does this man know, somebody comes over to water our plants because they need taken care of too.
They do need that water.
A greenhouse, and I have a greenhouse employee.
Right, but not all of our plants can just uproot and go to the greenhouse.
That's true. Okay.
Anywho.
Yeah.
So
that's why we're married.
Now,
that's right. They tell us these things.
Yeah, I will tell you. So
you gotta start off with
there
first and
is-
foremost.
First and foremost,
There you go.
the last amaryllis there is a purplish pink color.
Okay.
Very pretty. It is the color that was not on my box.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I heard about that. Like I packaged this. She's yelling at me. You know what color that is? Well, obviously it's like a purplish color. It's supposed to be peppermint stripe, and I'm all like, okay, and it's not. And I'm getting the blame. I'm like,
So it's a mystery of what is in the box. It's not actually the color on the box is what you get.
So if you come and buy it, please let us know what the color was.
So this one's a bit of a surprise box.
It is.
More or less, yeah.
So
the one that we're babysitting, somebody, I don't know who, already planted it. Because these come with their own little planters and
soil.
it has soil and everything. It's all you do is just plant it, water it, and voila, it's done.
So this thing's prepared.
It was already prepared.
Somebody had already planted it. So when we gave it as a gift, when our friend opened it, she was looking at it, and she was like, "Oh crap, that thing's already, it's already like 6 inches tall." And so I was all like, okay, did you? Yeah, of course I did that.
Yeah.
I went and planted it just to plant it. And no, I didn't do it. That's the way it came.
I think it was a return.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But
this isn't working.
It's all white.
Okay.
And those are some of the rarest of the amaryllises is to get an all white.
So it's rare but needs some love too.
It does. And it's in our kitchen window getting wonderful morning
So
sunlight.
if there's anybody out there that is that loves growing this stuff and would like a unique flower,
and they're really easy. I mean, it's not like she has it in the windowsill, where it gets the eastern morning sun, and then
I have 3 in the window still at the Humane Society in the cat room, so that way the cats have beautiful flowers to look at too. Yes, we plant flowers for our animals at the shelter.
I can't. My cats will eat them. So.
Well, yeah, ours are not allowed in that section of the room when they're running.
No ledge high enough that I can hide them from I have to literally put them in the garage where no one can see them. So the only place I can keep.
You know what you could do? You could get a bird cage,
and then keep the flowers in there.
And keep the flower inside the bird cage.
In theory, that sounds good.
I know.
Got a feeling I'm coming home to some disaster.
Yeah. They'll figure out if we can grab onto the ceiling fan, fly over to the bird cage,
Make a stand and put center block on the bottom, and then screw the bird cage to the actual stand. See? I can help you have flowers in your house.
Yeah, that
prison
would,
flowers.
Yeah, I was
going
going to say
in prison to
prison
lock them
flowers.
up.
Yeah, and then when the cats do knock it off and get crushed by the by the cinder block, then you'll know at least which cat did it. That's not
No, on the bottom.
You want them to screw it to his floor?
No, cinder block's on the bottom of the shelf, so that way it weighs it down.
Oh God. And this is what I deal with. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's lots of fun.
But that's the part of having families and pets and plants. That's just life. It is. But if you are looking for hard to find folks on the Christmas list, this is a good week to come visit Roswell Seed. Even the tools and things for gardening and all that. Those make great stocking stuffers, or depending how big the tool is.
Yeah, we had like 3 or 4 people come in, and they're all like, "Yep, we're Christmas shopping. Oh, knock yourself out. Here's some bags, and there you go." And this one lady was putting in, it was really clever. She was making like gift baskets, and she was using the bulbs as like decorations.
What a great idea!
But then you could plant them.
If
and
you
stuff.
got a gardener on your list, that's probably a great idea. Is maybe get a seed basket or something like that for them. As a,
they still have gift cards.
And
or gift certificates if you want to give
so
a
if you
gift
get someone
certificate.
that's really into it but don't know the nomenclature or what they're talking about, give them the gift card and let them, go and purchase the right fertilizers and things they need for whatever
There's
project
very
they're
little
doing.
garlic bulbs left, so if you're a garlic person and you're wanting to plant your garlic, you're almost running out of time. I saw the onions were already starting to sprout in the boxes. So if
Can't say we don't have good onions.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good. Like, if you're new to growing things,
Those are so hardy and so easy.
Let's say garlic and onions are usually good starters because they're very forgivable. And so when you neglect them, they still will be pretty hardy, But, that way. So if you're like learning to be a green thumb, those are good types of products to start
Those are
with.
also the good products to not overdo, because like if you're a person who's neurotic and it's got to have this much water this time, and you want to make sure that it's getting all the nutrients, you can actually overwater stuff and make the bulbs soggy. So
and it's more forgiving there.
They're not.
I can't believe you just admitted that you're neurotic.
Oh, I know I'm neurotic.
Well, you
But I mean, as
admitted
far
it,
as
though.
like if you overdo it, they're more forgiving as compared to other
They are
flowers and produce.
But
and what
those
have you.
are more of the ones that like to be forgotten about.
Okay.
They thrive best when you forget about them.
Well, and that kind of makes sense, because if you ever think about it, like you ever move into a house or get in some property that's been kind of abandoned, and then you see an onion plant just coming out of nowhere.
We had wild asparagus.
Yeah.
Like a 7-foot tall wild asparagus.
Yeah.
That's a lucky find.
It didn't produce no fruit, though, so I don't know what it actually was. But yeah, she was all like, cut it down. I was like, I ain't cutting it down. We just got into this place. I was watering. Stuff started coming out. Looked really cool.
See what it does.
Yeah. I mean, rose bushes came back to life. All kinds of stuff. I was all like, yeah, we're keeping all this. I'm not pulling this out.
Yeah.
I'm not pulling this out. And yeah.
That's good.
So we'll see what happens this year.
But Roswell Seed can help you do all that.
We can. Yeah.
And if
with a
you
smile
wanna-
on our face.
Absolutely.
If you have a spring gardener who only gardens in spring, you can come down and pick out, spring seeds.
Yeah.
So that way they can get started on them in January inside the house, or if they have like an enclosed porch, get them started. So that way when they go to plant them in the springtime, they're already, 6-8
They're
inches tall.
Little mini plants instead of being
Yeah,
seeds.
Kent is going to start on that here soon, huh?
Yeah, he will.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, kind of give us, right now, we're germinating all of our seed. And the person who does that, he hates life, because he has to germinate every seed that we have. That's a lot. So, and we do that naturally to see what the seed's going to do.
Sure.
Excuse me. So, industry standard for seed varies. But I mean, we have seed that if 52% of it germinates, that's sellable. Dad does not really believe in that. So pretty much anything under an 82, we don't sell.
Gotcha.
So it's got to be an 82
His
or
standard's
higher.
higher
His
than-
standard
than
is very much higher.
what the industry standard is.
Yeah.
His
way
standard
higher.
is 99% germination.
Yeah. I mean, if we
So
could.
basically, he's like, if you buy a seed from me, I want to guarantee that if you do what you're supposed to, it's going to give you the product you were.
And we do have people that have come in and say, hey, you know what, this didn't, it's like, oh shit, really? Well, here, we'll make it right, type of a deal. But then, we ask them to bring that seed back to us.
Sure.
And then we're going to germinate it and make sure.
Yeah. So
type of
someone
deal.
else doesn't get a bad batch
Right.
too, or
Yeah.
it didn't do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's
And we do that quite often. I mean, and if any numbers are kind of iffy, we send it off to state.
Sure.
We get a state germ on it done, and they love
and this
us.
is kind of that going back to the advantage of why Roswell Seed's been around for 100+ years.
Yeah.
This is where that pays off, because at 100+ years of germinating these seeds and things like that, you tend to understand what's going to work, not going to work around here, what kind of successes you're going to have. Yeah, there's always the few oddities that throw you a curveball.
Oh, yeah.
That's life. Life happens that
Yep.
way. But pound for pound, you guys are probably the most experienced when it comes to growing things in this soil in southeast New Mexico than any other entity on the planet.
We try to be.
You know what I mean? Because you literally have 100+ years of data, experience, and people that have worked this soil, that have produced the seeds, germinated the seeds, make the product that works best here. And so when you walk into that building, that's 100+ years of working this land, that knowledge that you're getting behind you. And again, it comes back from not only working the land, but saying, okay, you live on the south end of town, you need to do this, this, and this to your soil before you touch anything. Or if you're in the north end, you need to do this, this, and this because of that aquifer we have, it constantly transports the minerals and resources in our soil. And so our soil at one end of town, 5 miles away, looks completely different than soil at this end of town.
Oh, yeah.
Just because of that.
Even next door neighbors,
yeah.
I have 2 brothers. They come in every year and they complain. One brother has one part of his yard is really nice. The other brother, another part, and both of them, and kind of in the center, they have a caliche land that runs through the center of both of their yards. And they scream and holler and bitch and complain about every year. And it's just
it's the deck of cards you get handed sometimes.
There you go. Sorry, I don't know, what to tell you. So,
but that's where you guys can come in and work with them. It's like, you can get that, but you're going to have to work a lot harder than this guy because of what's in your dirt versus what's in their dirt.
It's like right now, a lot of people are planting trees. They want this, they want to plant that, they want to plant this, and it's like, okay,
sure.
We tell people, okay, you're planting a peach tree, probably not going to do very well. Some of them do, some of them don't. Apples, stuff like this is what you're going to be looking at.
Sure.
We had a woman that came in. She's got a couple of trees that just got bullet holes in them, and it's woodpeckers. And the first thing she said was, well, how do I deal with the woodpeckers? I was like, well, the woodpecker, you got, bugs in your tree.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, well, how do you know? I said, well, that's what the woodpeckers
are going after.
He's going after that. And it happened to be an apple tree. And she was all like, we go through, we're investigators too.
Sure.
We ask questions.
But those are indicators. Like you see the woodpeckers, like, well, then you got bugs.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't be there unless they're looking for food.
Right.
So
and started asking her some questions, and she's like, yeah. So I got to treat it. No, you don't want to treat it right now. This is when you're going to treat it, But I was like, it's not going to, if I sell you this product, it's not going to do you any good.
Right. You got to do it at a certain time or it's a waste of time.
Early spring, come in.
Yeah.
This is the product that you need. We always have it on hand. Spray the tree. You'll be fine.
Well, it's no different than cooking or anything else. There's the sequence to how you mix the ingredients to get the desired result.
There's also certain times of year and temperatures and humidity and barometric pressure before you can make divinity.
Exactly.
You can't just make divinity any time of the year. You have to pick the perfect day.
Yeah, and especially since we live in a higher elevation, that affects baking. It's no different with other aspects of life too, including yard work.
Oh yeah,
that's part of it.
On some things, if you're like me, you're always doing some kind of yard work.
Sure. But even say you want to xeriscape and do all that, but talk to Roswell Seed to really learn the real. Just throwing some rocks down on your yard instead of grass is not xeriscaping.
No.
It's choosing the right. It's generally a xeriscape yard is full of plant life. It's just types of plants that don't require water or are specifically just designed to work well in this climate. That's what it's about. And, unfortunately, grass is not meant to be everywhere.
Right.
So sometimes you have other plant life, and that's what xeriscaping is. It's not, I'm trying to get me from cutting grass. It's a way from you to actually have a yard that's healthy and vibrant that doesn't suck up a bunch of resources.
And we kind of, tell people too, if you're going to xeriscape, that's fine. That's cool. Just realize the heat aspect from that xeriscape. There's
trade-offs.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're doing your front yard, cool. If you're not out in your front yard very much, fine. But if you are active in your front yard, you're not going to want to xeriscape
because you want
the
something that's going to keep it cool.
Yeah, it's going to and then if you put down that artificial grass, beware of that as well. You still have to water that to keep it cool if you plan on being around it.
Sure.
People don't realize that, and it's like, yep.
I just can't imagine some of that synthetic stuff's just not healthy either.
It was funny because we were reading, we read at Roswell Seed, by the way. We were reading.
We got 2 books.
Yeah, basically. God, I wish.
Actually, no, they have a
I'm sure there's
entire
it's all science work. It's science and math.
Huge library.
A wall from there that would be like that flattened out with bookshelves
Oh, yeah.
taller than your ceiling.
I'm sure it looks like some kind of alchemy's lab or something like
We
that.
have books that are like they're obsolete now, but we go back to them because, I heard about a story once in like the 20s, and this happened, and we'll go through and pull it down, and look at, it was this algae, and it came from the southeast section of town, and it came from the water, and it was because of this that happened, and blah 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 blah, and it's like, and so
then what
we
if
read
the
up on it.
ingredients get back to where it's the perfect circle for that again? Now you know exactly what it is and how it started.
Yeah,
and how to get rid of it.
Yeah, so we were actually reading, and they did a study at UNM, and they were looking at real grass versus synthetic grass, the cost of maintenance, and blah blah. And basically, the water bill is what they were looking at, huge amount. And come to find out, they watered just as much the synthetic grass as they did the real grass, because you got to realize they were recording temperatures of 130 degrees on the synthetic grass.
Oh, wow.
So they would have to water like an hour prior to like the baseball team
And so
going
you're
out or
losing
soccer.
most of that water and you're doing because it's all burning off.
It's all burning off, and
Yeah.
you're not really supplying anything. You're just trying to keep it cool enough for these guys to be able, and girls to be able to get out there and play. And it was this huge thing, and it was hilarious when we were reading about it because it was almost the same amount of water.
Wow.
For real grass versus synthetic.
But we're saving.
Yeah, we're saving money
The only
on it.
thing that they're saving on the synthetic grass is a lawnmower.
Yeah, I'm about to say is cutting costs.
But you have to pull that up like every 5 years and redo it,
I'm
and
gonna
then
say
lay
it's
it
gotta
back
get
down.
nasty at some point, right?
Yeah, well, it's the filler balls that they use. Like if you're watching like the NFL and you see them like dragging their foot and you see that black stuff coming up, that's actually like a pellet. And I think it's a rubberized pellet, if I'm not mistaken, to keep it kind of spongy.
I think they got them out here too on the.
Yeah, on the wool. I think the wool bowl has
I think
synthetic.
it is too. I've seen some of that.
Yeah, and it's
like when
just
they
crazy
get tackled,
looking
you
at
see
it.
the pellets come up.
Yeah. So I mean, don't get me. I mean, it's cool. I mean, if you want to do something easy and quick, and you're not really on it, sure, go for it.
Speaking of that real quick, and we don't have much time, but I just happened. I watched the Hard Knocks thing on HBO.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're doing the mid-season one with the Dolphins right now.
Right, with the grass.
Did you see that segment?
Yeah, is that
where the Miami Dolphins are the only NFL team that has a company that they own that does nothing but the grass
Yeah,
for,
they
for
own
Hard Rock
12
Stadium. Yeah.
12 fields that has 120 acres, and it's basically each field is a stadium length for their field that they cut, roll up, take down, and it takes 12 trucks. 120 tons. Okay, I paid way too much attention to this.
And they change it a couple times a year.
They change
about once a month.
No, he said they change it every 2 games.
Is it 2 games?
Every 2
I
games.
know it's like about once a month, which is about the average, I think.
But what was hilarious on that whole thing was it was Tua Tagovailoa. I just slaughtered his last name. Sorry,
Tua.
I know. And he was the one that he was out there looking, and he was just like, "Whoa, you got to, whoa." What? And then when he got back into, his little quarterback, he was telling them, hey, we need to go out there. He was like, we just look at just the coaching staff and the people that take care of us.
There's
He's
a
like,
lot bigger.
There's a
the Dolphins are a lot bigger than just us players.
And he was saying, he's like, we need to go out there. We need to help them prepare our field that we play on, and which I think that's really cool. You know,
to get the team
showing
out
appreciation.
There. Because I mean, all of those guys were all in Miami Dolphins gear. I mean, it's not like. Where you see...
They looked at themselves as like the 12th man. They were like, if the team can't do their job unless we do our job.
Right. And I mean, they take huge pride in that. And that was the funny thing because the grass that they used was from Alabama, and that's where Tua is from. He's Alabama boy.
Alabama grass.
And the head groundskeeper, he's from Alabama.
Yeah.
And so, they kind of had that little, connection type of deal. But, it's amazing. They're one of the only ones... Phoenix, their field goes in and comes out.
I've seen that tray.
So does Raider field.
The Raiders field.
They does the same
thing.
thing.
Vegas one, yeah.
So my brother is a over-the-road truck driver. So he goes by, random things, and he sends us random pictures. Cannot tell you how many different photos I've got of the stupid... Wait a minute. Okay, I mean this with love because of my brother.
Okay, here we go.
Stupid stadium, and it looks like a spaceship. You want to get on it and go take off back to your landing? Yeah, that's what I get from my brother.
Well, because he learned that from me because I told you I was going to take you to the McDonald's.
Oh my God.
Link up with the mothership and go home.
But like he passes it in like multiple areas, like in different directions, and so from each direction it looks completely different.
Right.
And I was like, holy crap. I was like, what is that? And he's like, that's the Raider Stadium. I was like, no, it's not. And he's like, yeah, it's your spaceship. Come get on it. I'm like,
well, in all fairness, It's about time the Raiders got a new facility.
You know, and
I mean,
it
they
looks
sat that
really,
toilet in Oakland for so
really
long.
They
cool.
did. They did. But I mean, I'm originally from California.
Yeah.
And so, the Raiders was everything. I mean, half of my family was Niner fans and the other half were Raider fans.
Yeah.
So,
We don't talk to the Niners part. No, I'm kidding.
Holidays are always fun, But yeah, and my favorite football player was Lyle Alzado, and he was the beast. I mean, he would fight, and that, and they would,
He was a very, very polarizing person.
He was.
Yeah.
He's huge, but most people don't realize. If you ever get to read about Lyle Alzado, yes, he did.
He was like a huge heart. He was like a big kid and everything else.
He would donate his time to the children's hospitals and stuff like that. I mean, it was.
If
he
anyone,
was really
no
neat
one
guy.
deserved cancer.
But I mean, like
when he
said,
went that way.
Yeah,
he
said, he played the game. He knew what he was doing, and he did it anyways to be the best player that he could be. And this was the outcome of it, and he had to take it. Which it's sad, but it happened.
We learn a lot from those people down the road later on. But
You know what I do? One thing that I do like about a lot of the pro football players is like they feature one specific player out of each team and what their charity is. And I love that 90% of their charities are kids with cancer.
Right.
And
well, unfortunately, most of us were touched by cancer in one some way, shape, or form. And so it's very popular because all of us have been impacted. So
and then the one, was he from the Miami Dolphins, the one with the shoes for the adopted kids?
Ingram.
Yeah.
Ingram.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, like, his charity goes to children who need to be adopted, like foster children.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool as well. So
absolutely. So
we just need more y'all football players to come to Roswell and adopt the Humane Society.
there you go. And hey, maybe Roswell Seed can
Maybe,
help you.
what about
turf your
Roswell
field.
Seed?
They can come
You're
and be
not
your
a
official
charity. You're an
grass provider for
corporation.
your
We
NFL
take
team.
all charity.
Okay, well, you go put their field in grass and you tell them how to do it. And
Okay,
then
we're good. We're not that good.
Let's start with the Wool Bowl.
let's start with the Wool Bowl. No, it's supposed to be starting with Joe Bowman Stadium.
Oh, Joe Bauman, yeah.
Joe Bauman, yeah.
sorry.
Need some help out there, yeah. Coca-Cola Field. So
Yeah.
Again, we're out of time here, but Roswell Seed, they've got you covered.
Yes.
If you have any questions about anything, before you plant any grass or any of that kind of stuff, talk to Roswell Seed. Make sure you're doing it right.
Yep. What
And
is
then
it?
let
The
them talk. And let them-
411 you're supposed to call before you dig?
Yeah.
Before you plant, give us a call.
Exactly.
Oh, and real quick, we will be taking bee orders starting January 1.
All right.
So if you want bees, want to come down and talk to us about bees, what it's concerned, it's an expensive little
Better
hobby.
be on it.
Yeah,
here in a
better
little
be.
bit.
Yeah, there you go. Better be on it. Be
Yeah.
quick.
That's right.
I see we're the 18th right now. So, in like about 15 more days, you come in.
It is labor intensive, but you do have sweet rewards.
Oh yeah.
Very
Yeah, we were just talking about that because somebody had made a comment. Well, she makes this homemade barbecue sauce, and I told her that she just needs to start selling it. And one of the key ingredients of the barbecue sauce is honey.
Raw honey, not regular honey, raw honey.
Straight from the hive.
Right. So
Nice.
if the honey starts to go down, we're real sorry, but the barbecue sauce is going to come up.
There you go.
So
I
yeah.
told them also we'll not sell honey, and I'll just sell my barbecue sauce that has labeled with Roswell Seed honey.
There you go.
Or the Noble's honey, whatever.
Yeah.
You're
Or-
local, so
There'd
eat
be
it 'cause
there's
it's
going to
health
be people
food.
waiting for me in alleys if that happens.
That's pretty good.
Tell them, call my wife.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you
very much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And we'll-
Merry Christmas,
we'll-
Roswell.
And we'll see you next time.
Have a safe holiday.
Absolutely. And don't kill him. Don't kill her.
It's a 50-50 chance on that
That's
one.
right. All right, 9:56. Quick break before we go.
Hey, Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Trustmark is one of the only roofing companies that's also a licensed commercial and residential general contractor.
Wow.
I know, who cares, right? Well, you should care. You see, a licensed roofer can install a new roof on your home, but really can't handle structural problems underneath. So if your roof needs reframing or your chimney needs a water diverting cricket, you may need to call a licensed general contractor. And coordinating two companies for your roofing job can get costly and messy fast. As a licensed roofer and general contractor, Trustmark can install a stunning new roof on your home and handle structural issues. This saves you time, money, hassle, and even makes it easier to file an insurance claim. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit us at
Roswell Nissan's deal days are here, and that means the most wonderful deal of the year. Rates as low as 0% for 60 months for qualified buyers, 10 grand off new Armadas, 13 grand off new Titans, and top dollar for your trade. And with the largest selections of new and pre-owned inventory in the state, Roswell Nissan has what you need priced to move. With payments as low as $175 a month on quality pre-owned vehicles and a team of experts ready to make it the most wonderful deal of the year, hurry to Roswell Nissan now before the deal is gone. Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Do you feel like time is running out for your to-do list? Don't let wisdom teeth get in your way. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher at Carabelli Dental. Wisdom teeth can cause you pain and a lot of unnecessary downtime. Patients appreciate the ease of wisdom teeth removal while they are comfortable and relaxed in our office. Call us today to schedule your wisdom teeth removal with sedation and let us take the stress out of the situation.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental or call 575-622-4455.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Life is better when you can just be. Be yourself. Be worry-free. Be at your best. Now you can be confident knowing the health insurance you find through Be Well & M has you covered for checkups, prescriptions, and more. Be Well & M can help connect you to a plan that may cost as little as $10 a month. It's time for you to be happy, be healthy, be insured. Let Be Well & M connect you to a health plan that's right for you and your wallet so you can just be. Call 1-833-2-BE-WELL or visit BeWellandM.com.
Merry Christmas from everyone at National Furniture Liquidators in Roswell. Now through Christmas, drop off toys at NFL's 203 East McGaffey location in Roswell and receive Santa-sized discounts. Drop off one toy, get 10% off. Drop off two toys, get 20% off. Drop off three toys, get 30% off. You get the idea. Drop off up to 5 toys and get 50% off. All the toys will be given away this Christmas. Merry Christmas from everyone at National Furniture Liquidators, 203 East McGaffey in Roswell.
Roswell's home for talk radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
And that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your day. If you missed any part, just log on to ksvptv.com, click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel. You'll find all of our interviews there. We'll be back bright and early, 7 a.m. tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
Breaking news this hour at townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. A car plowed into a vehicle guarding President Biden's motorcade last night, but the President and First Lady were unharmed, as Jennifer King reports.
President Biden was leaving an event at his Wilmington, Delaware campaign headquarters just after 8 p.m. He stopped to answer questions from the press when a gray sedan struck a Secret Service vehicle that was blocking an intersection before his motorcade's departure.
Why are you losing to Trump?